Save me, please. Somebody save me today, please. Somebody save me. Oh my gosh, here we go. Hey guys, how you going? So now BKR Sport. Yes, I am very sick today, which is why I wasn't able to stream the Warriors and Tigers game, where the Warriors did win that game. And also the Panthers versus Eels, where the Panthers absolutely whooped the Eels in that game. Two pretty much obvious results there that we were expecting. But yeah, that's the reason why I wasn't able to stream those two games today, guys, because I am very, very sick, and I'm sick of what I'm probably about to witness here. But at the end of the day, I am a Titans fan, and no matter what, I will stream them. You know, I'm fired up here for a game, and just got to hope for the upset. But then again, as the ladder says here, the ladder suggests this is a real serious channel here with straight up analytics and straight up damn well ladder presentation. It says the Titans at the top of the table, so they should be the favourites here today, no? They should definitely be the favourites here today. But obviously, guys, today's the Gold Coast Titans taking on the Brisbane Broncos. The last time these two teams played, they didn't actually play this season. We pretend like there was no game where it was 44-14 to the Broncos at Suncorp Stadium. It was like 28-0 at half time, which is actually the Broncos' first game to beat the Titans in over 3 games. It was four games since their last win against them going into that game. So that's why we pretend like that didn't happen. But this is at CBA Stadium here on the Gold Coast, and let's get into the two-team lineups, and we'll get into the ladder positionings, and then we'll get into the chat and see what you Muppets are saying. So obviously, guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. If you do hear me mute a lot today, like I will mute a bit today because I will cough or sniffle or whatnot, I do apologise. But at the end of the day, you know, I'm sorry, I can't help being sick right now, man. As you guys saw yesterday, like I was quite sick yesterday. Today I've even been worse, but we still crack on, as you guys know. But obviously, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Let's get into it. So the Titans, they come into this game on this ladder from 17th position. The Broncos come into the game from 5th position, and this is at CBA Stadium on the Gold Coast. Now, are they actually in 5th position? Because the Panthers just won. No, they're not. They're actually in 6th position, but we'll get into the ladder in just a few seconds. But the Panthers, with their win, actually do jump above them, as the Broncos have dropped down a spot for the time being. Now, this is the CBA Stadium on the Gold Coast. The ins here for the Titans, Alofiana Khan-Pereira, David Fafita, and Jaden Campbell. So some massive ins there for the Gold Coast. While the outs are Alan Fitzgibbon, Isaac Fa'asul-Malawi, and Tommy Weaver. Now, the fullback is AJ Brimson, with the wingers being Jalen de Groot and Philip Sami. So I'm going to put my phone on mute there. The centres are Brian Kelly and Jojo Fafita. You go to the 5'8" of Kieran Foran, with the halfback being Jaden Campbell. Front row forwards are Mikey Fodawaker and Regan Campbell-Gillard, with the number 9 being Sammy Verrills. You go to the back row, Chrissy Randall and Bo Firma, with the 13 being Jamin Jolliffe starting here when he was originally meant to be on the bench. Tina Fa'asul-Malawi, he's the captain. He's actually on the bench here today, obviously backing up from Origin. David Fafita comes back into the team. Cleese Haas and Alofiana Khan-Pereira. Interesting interchange bench here, to be fair, but we'll see how it cracks on. And then Jacob Alagwinki, who was meant to be on the bench, is now as the 18th man replacement, and Desi Hasler is the coach. Nerve-wracking times to anybody who works at the Gold Coast Titans right now. You know, it's honestly, it doesn't matter kind of what position you are. At the end of the day, the Titans are going through a complete refurbishment. They are going through a complete renovation of this club, especially with the sale from the Kellys to the Frizzels of 100% now for the Frizzels. It's not a 50-50 switch up. You know, we've obviously already seen some changes, and there's word that obviously Desi's retiring at the end of the year, and there's word that even if he loses this game here today, he might be sacked today. So I don't know. I'm obviously not around the club as I once was. I've currently got a good view of Vietnam right now here in Vung Tau, and if I did know, I probably still wouldn't even tell you. But at the end of the day, it is a big change for the Titans going into the future. We just we don't know what's going on right now, but all we do know is that they are trying to adjust to put themselves back into a good area, which we haven't been in for a very long time. Now, the Brisbane Broncos, on the other hand, Ben Hunt, Gehamat Shibasaki, Patrick Carrigan, and Reece Walsh are in, with the outs being Corey Pakes, Deloise Holter, Selwyn Cobbo, and Va'asemu. The fullback is Reese's Pieces, Reese Walsh, with the wingers being Josiah Katapani and Dean Mariner. Centres of Katoni Staggs and Gehamat Shibasaki backing up from Origin. You go to the 5'8", which is Ezra Mann. Halfback of Adam Reynolds, who is the captain, with the front row forwards being Xavier Willison and Kobe Hetherington, who comes in as starter when he was originally on the bench. Ben Hunt makes his return in the hooker position, with the back row being Brennan Piakura and Jordan Ricky, and Paddy Carrigan backing up from Origin in the lock. Interchange of Billy Walters, Jack Osescu, Tyson Smoothie, and Ben Talty, with the 18th man replacement being Jaden Hunt and Michael Maguire as the coach. Now, if you go back through their recent games, obviously they've been finding a lot more form recently. Now, they haven't exactly been taken on the ultimately utmost of opponents. However, you know, they were really struggling for a long time this year. The last game came against the Bulldogs where they won 22-18, came back from an 18-0 deficit. However, the reason why I still say wasn't utmost competition is because both the Broncos and the Bulldogs all had their origin players out, a lot of players out from both teams. So look, it was a dodgy performance there from the Bulldogs in the end, but at the end of the day, the Broncos still found a way to win that. But there was excuses for both sides, whoever lost that game. Now you go to the Warriors game where they won 26-12. The Warriors are a very vulnerable side right now. They had a good win against the Tigers in the last game today, which is a good sign considering, they obviously had to change their halfback and Tanner Boyd comes in now. However, the Broncos played them at the perfect time. The Sharks are super vulnerable at the moment, as you guys know, and the last time as well in this 4-game stretch, they took on the Titans, who are last position in 44-14. Before that, they lost 34-6 to Manly. So they've won 4 games in a row here. You would expect them to win 5 games in a row going up against the Titans, because the Titans are just in an absolute shambles right now. But in a rivalry game, you can't ever guarantee anything. The Titans actually had a pretty good record against the Broncos up until that last game, up until this season. They were doing quite well against them, so we just have to see kind of how it gets on here. But look, my heart, obviously, I want to go with the Titans here. I want to back in my team. But at the end of the day, realistically speaking, if the Broncos lose this, you will go into fraud alert. There's no debate about it. Like, you go into this, although you'll only go from 5th to 6th, at the end of the day, you will be on fraud alert. There is no excuses for you. There is absolutely zero excuses for you to lose this game. You've got Ben Hunt back into the game. You've got your origin players in. You've pretty much got a full strength team here. You do have a full strength team here. So they're really, except for Payne Haas, sorry. You aren't playing Payne Haas. That's the only real solid massive out there. There's no Payne Haas. So besides that, there's still no excuses to not be beating up on the 17th place Gold Coast Titans when you are having dreams of going one better than 2023. So I will take the Broncos here. And I will say that realistically speaking, you should win 13 plus, but you can go fuck yourself. So obviously, I would prefer the Titans to win the game. I just don't think it's going to happen. But in regards to the ladder, the Broncos are on 22 points, which is equal with Manly, the Roosters, and the Cronulla Sharks. They are currently in 6th position right now. It says 5th over here, but that's because they haven't updated the Panthers result just yet. So the Broncos are actually in 6th position with the Panthers going from 21 to 23. Broncos points differential is plus 68. If they win this game, they would go above the Panthers back into 5th position, and that's as high as they can go. They would still be 4 points behind the New Zealand Warriors. The Warriors just have to keep on winning. Same with the Bulldogs as well. Storm are pretty safe, to be honest with you, with their points differential. But the Broncos, if they win this game, they would finish off the round in 5th position, which is very good for them, considering they've had such a poor season for the most part until these last 4 or 5 weeks. If they lose this game, however, obviously they're in 6th position behind the Panthers, so they'll be there no matter what. They would have to lose by 10 points or more to go below Manly, who are on plus 58. Now, Manly, they had the bye this week. So if the Broncos lose by 10 points or more, they would go into 7th position below them. They would have to lose this game by nearly 50-odd points to go below the Sydney Roosters, which just isn't happening, and they'd have to lose by 61 points to go below the Cronulla Sharks. So realistically speaking, if they would lose this game, 10 points isn't crazy. So I think that if they were to lose this on a realistic level, they'd probably still finish off in 7th position, but there is a chance of them going down to 8th position below Manly if they were to lose by 10 points or more. Hold on, Panthers 5th, Broncos 6th, Manly 7th. No, it would be down to 7th, not 8th. On the other side of the table, a little bit of a big game here for the Gold Coast Titans. Obviously, they're in 17th position on 14 points. Now, they've played all 3 of their byes. The Rabbitohs have only played 2 of their byes. They've got 1 more to go. Eels have played all 3 of theirs. The Tigers have got 2. They've played 2, and the Knights have played 2. So that is relevant because the Knights, Tigers, Eels, and Rabbitohs are the only teams obviously within range. Oh, Cowboys are within range on 17 points, but not within a win, right? So if the Titans were to win this game, they're on 14 points. They'd go to 16, which ties up with the Knights, Tigers, Eels, and Rabbitohs. Titans are minus 144, so they would have to win this game by 15 points or more to go above the Rabbitohs, and they would have to win by, I think it's about 20 points to go above the Eels, who just lost their game by about 22 points, I think it might have been, 24 points, something like that. So I don't really see that happening if that happens. To be fair, the Titans did beat the Broncos 46-18 the last time these two teams played here on the Gold Coast. But again, and the Titans weren't great. They were 4th last year. And they did get a good whooping there of the Bronx before the Bronx went on a bit of a streak after that. Jeez, I hate being sick and streaming. Jeez, it's hard. But we do our best. So realistically speaking, Titans win this game today. I think they're still going to be in 17th, but there is a chance of them going into 16th. And if they're going into 16th and winning by 15 points or more, then you have to put them in range of going above the Eels there as well with a 20-point win or so. So, yeah, that's realistically all there is to play. If you win by 42 points, you go above the Tigers. You have to win by about 60 odd points, 60 plus points to go above the Knights. So, there are not too much changes there, but there is a chance of them going off of the bottom of the table. It's just unfortunate for the Titans that the Rabbitohs had their bye this week, which obviously guaranteed that too. However, the Titans do play the Tigers next week, so there is a chance of a bit of a switcheroo there, especially if the Titans can win today. Then the Titans and Tigers would be effectively playing to avoid last position, but they actually play each other as the last game of the season as well. But all right, guys, let's get into the chat. Let's see what you are saying. Obviously, hit that like button and subscribe. Like I said, please forgive me if I'm muting a lot today. I'm trying to survive right now. With this sickness, but you guys know me, I'm consistent, and I'll at least get a game a day. Even though I was able to miss that first 2 games, I'll at least get that 1 game a day. But thumbs up, subscribe, let's get to the chat. All right, move this bad boy across here. God help us today, eh? God help us. God help us today. Super happy for my boy Tam Boyd getting through a good game there for the Wires as well. Olivia Reed with the $8 donation. Get around here, Olivia. We can't be friends today, though, Olivia. No, Olivia. Herbal and Haler to get us through. You know who I'm rooting for. Excited to see our Big Four finally together. Yeah, no, I know who you're rooting for in the Big Four. AJ Brimson, Kieran Foran, Jaden Campbell, and Dave Fafita back in the team. Absolutely, Olivia. Absolutely. Get around the Gold Coast. Great to see. Just great to see that a Brisbane local will be, high flying behind the Gold Coast here today, Olivia. So I appreciate if you don't. I appreciate you getting around the Titans. Highlands fans, it's good that the Bulldogs are on fraud alert. Well, they were on fraud alert from last week. The Bulldogs fans were the ones who suggested that they were to go on there. I was a little bit hesitant, but the Bulldogs fans, they just punched it out of me. They gave me an uppercut and said, hey, listen, put us on fraud alert. So I did it. I didn't. Listen, I just did it. And then on the weekend when they played the Cowboys yesterday, they didn't really do enough to take themselves off fraud alert, in my opinion, because it was a really there was 15 errors from the Dogs and 16, 17 errors or whatever from the Cowboys. It was just a dreadful one, just an absolutely dreadful one. So they didn't really do enough to take them off it. But if they win next week, I'm happy to take them off it. Acidic says, good to see the Warriors off fraud alert. Surely a win for the Titans to keep the Broncos at bay. Yeah, look, I think that today's result against the Tigers, the reason why I took the Warriors off fraud alert is because it was a good enough win, and it was a bit of a statement in a way that, like, they've switched halves from Luke Metcalf to Tanner Boyd, and they were still able to put 36 or so points on the board. So that was a really good result there for the Warriors, despite the fact it was against the Tigers, 34 points, sorry. The Warriors were able to really man up there and get a really solid win to put them back onto track. So, yeah, that's why I took the Warriors off of fraud alert. If you guys disagree and think they should be there, then please let me know. I think they were valid to be there last week, but I don't think after today I could put them there. Jeff says, at the game, bro, Titans on paper look the goods. Do they? Like, I hope you're right. I hope you're right, man. But, like, at the end of the day, let's compare sides. AJ to Reece Walsh, like, at their peak and at their prime, I'm probably saying that Reece on the attack, but, like, AJ is probably more balanced. But I probably would say, for the most part, you would go... I'm actually probably still going to take AJ, but I can understand why people would go Reece. On the wings of Dean Mariner and Josiah Katapani versus Jalen DeGroot and Philip Sami, I do think that's a bit of a wash, but their form this year is Katapani and Mariner. Centers of Staggs and Shibasaki, and ex-New South Wales Origin forward, ex-Origin New South Wales centre Staggs and current Queensland champion Gehamar Shibasaki up against Jojo Fafita, who I think is one of the most underrated players in the league alongside Daniel Tupou, and then Brian Kelly. Like, realistically, you do have to lean towards the Broncos there, but I would love to say that Jojo Fafita and Brian Kelly are above them, but I just can't do it right now. Personally, I do think that Jojo Fafita is one of the most underrated players, but based off of names, you do have to go to the Broncos centres there. Halves, let's not even pretend. In comparison, Mikey Footaway can ring Campbell Gillard up against Xavier Willison and Kobe Hetherington. Yeah, sure, I'll take the Titans on paper there in regards to the front row forwards, but that's where most of their cap has gone into the forwards, right? So you would expect and hope that the Titans are winning out that battle. Sam Verrills versus Ben Hunt. You have to lean with Ben Hunt. Back row, Chris Randall's on a back row for mine. He's either a 13 or a hooker or a front row. I probably prefer the 13. Tino into the front row forwards and Chris Randall to the 13. Then you put somebody else into the back row. I just haven't really seen enough out of Chrissy Randall in the back row. And Bowie Firma up against Jordan Ricky and Brendan Picura. As a collective, I probably look at the Broncos guys there, but Bowie Firma for me is the individual best back row of the 4 there. In the 13 to Paddy Carrigan and Jimmy Jolliffe. You have to go Paddy Carrigan, the current Queensland lock. Interchange. Obviously, normally you would put Tino, Dave, and Cleese. Tino and Dave is a fantastic bench there. It's interesting to see a Loffy on the wing because I really don't know what the point is there. What is the point of Loffy being on the wing here? Obviously they've decided to go Jalen DeGroot on the wing, but what kind of for me is the point of having a winger on the bench? And I love Loft. Like, that's not a negative against Loft. That's more of a negative here against either Des or whoever decides to do this. What's the point of having a winger on the bench? I don't get it. So, look, I hope you're right, mate. I think that the Titans are going through a complete refurbishment. But, you know what? I hope you're right. Dasmate says, I'm also sick at the fact I'm a man of my word and have to refer to Ezra Mam as Ezra Mam, not 10-day contract player. You do, Daz, yeah. You do after last week's. The Broncos are coming out here onto the field. Jay says, nice green screen you at the local kindergarten. Hey, listen, mate, I painted these myself, all right? I painted these. No, look, I met a new Airbnb there with a beautiful view here of Vung Tau. But I just can't appreciate it too much right now because I'm just trying to survive and be able to breathe without coughing up a lung. Free Des, this ain't a Des problem. It's not Des, but he's a part of the problem. But it's not Des. It's not Des. Like a lot of people at this club would like to throw out there. Lagan says, let's go Weesey Walsh. What the hell? What's happened here? What the hell? And Gary says, hi, all. How's the weekend been? I saw Queensland beat New South Wales in Origin 3. What happened there? You know, we bent them over, mate. We bent them over in their own state. That's what happened there, Gary. Hey? How dare you? How dare you not understand the sheer power, the sheer resilience, the sheer quality of the Queenslanders, mate? Slap son. Hey? Give it the times, Gaz. Give it the times. Oh, my gosh. Canberra's coming to boys. Give us this one. This is all we want. This is our grand final this year. This is our grand final. All right, so the Titans are now running out onto the field. Coming out. Casey says 28-72% with the Broncos, guys. Let's go Titans. Casey, what do you expect, man? What do you expect? Of course, you're going to see the Broncos get more support there in the poll, but we'll change that. Don't you worry. When Kieran Foran scores 3 tries today, oh my goodness. Justin says, brother, Broncos women's look pretty hard to beat. They're looking like favourites. Let's not talk about that game. Well, Jared says, hey, Blaze, good to see you and hope you get well soon. Thank you, man. Just a shout out to the Titans alumni today with Boyd and Clark Hill, and only missed 1 conversion, but they were solid. That's because Tanner Boyd doesn't miss, mate. It's because Tanner Boyd doesn't miss. What are you not getting here? You've been listening to this channel for how long now? How long have you been here at this channel, Jared Farmoni? You haven't listened to the words that I say, the words that are coming out of my mouth, which is Tanner Boyd does not miss other kicks. He does not miss. And if you think you missed it, you're watching the wrong game. The Broncos will kick this ball off here to the Titans. Obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Phil Sami gives up the mic for the waker. And then we'll get this ball here to the 15, then take it back to the 10, back to the 5. Lovely start, lads. Lovely start. A6 Ankle says Titans win 66-6 against the Broncos, I reckon. Man, you've really hurt the Warriors' feelings today. That is really trying to hurt the Warriors fans' feelings. Jay, message retracted. Yeah? Yeah, Jay? What did you say? Say it again, Jay. Be a good boy and say it again. Hey? Say it again, Jay. I got you, mate. I got you today, son. Yeah, exactly right. Don't feel like this is Comeback Kings, bros. Who the Comeback Kings? Who are we talking about, Comeback Kings? Titans at the ball here, a fit tackle at the 30. And Jaden Campbell's now going to kick this ball straight up the guts to Weesey Peasy. And he'll be at the 15, the 20, the 25, then the 30. Just wanted to see a little bit of better defense in the first half this time, because last time out, I remember it being 28-0 at half-time the Broncos against the Titans. So I just like a little bit of something in the first half, you know? Am I asking for too much? I don't know, maybe. Maybe. Real Fan Sports, what's good? Hello, mate. Get around you. Get around you. What's good? Just trying to breathe, mate. Just trying to breathe while streaming. Third tackle now at the 50 for the Broncos. Spartacus is up the Broncos, skew the multi, but forever up the Wars. Yeah, Titans win. Fourth tackle now for the Bronx. And that will be at the 40. Cool Beans says Titans 13 plus. You tell him, mate. Tell him. AJ is Reece Walsh's father. Cool Bean, I'm loving what you're saying right now. I'm loving what you're putting out there. I'm loving what you're putting out there, buddy. Fifth tackle here for the Broncos at the 35. Jay says, how do your RFS get F Blaze? Gee whiz, it's not very nice. It's not very nice. I'm very sick today. You should be caring, mate. You should be caring. Oh, Phil Sami with a good grab there. Under a bit of pressure there from Reece Walsh, but he gets the offload away. Oh, no. Okay, it's going to be... Oh, they're going to say it's a pass off the ground. Lovely. That's what we like to see. Beautiful, Titans. That's a great start. Mate, that's an unbelievable start here. That's an unbelievable start. So we're going to pass it. It's correct, too. His arm goes down, and then he gets the pass away. It's a correct call. It's a correct call. A lot of the time. Oh, they're going to go for the 2. Shut your mouth, Broncos, you saddos. You're going to go for the 2. You're playing the last place Gold Coast Titans who put 44 past like 5 weeks ago, and you are taking the 2 points. You're serious. You're serious, Brisbane. Brisbane, come on, man. You are 6th position because the Panthers won today. You are 6th position taken on 17th. The last time you played this team was 5 weeks ago. The team is in 17th. You put 44 points past them. You're taking the 2 here. You're taking a 2. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's embarrassing, Brisbane. It's embarrassing. Always had a 2, Brenton. Yeah, Dragons fans love it. Big Nate J&E, and they love it. Dasmate says, you did not call the Bulldogs father as comeback kings. I did not. Ahmed Soul says, Bronc Nation, let's go. No. Broncos lose, Australia wins, mate. Reynolds will kick the kick, and congratulations, Broncos. You got your 2 points against 17th. Well done. Real Fan Sports says, I was wondering why I didn't see you on earlier. I feel better, bro. Yeah, no, I'm just trying. Yeah, I'm a bit sick right now, man. Really sore throat. Got the sniffles. I've had a little bit of a sickness for the last couple of days, but it just whacked me last night, mate, after we finished the streams yesterday. Because I did 2 games yesterday. But just, yeah, last night was just rough, mate. So I'm just kind of trying to rest up a bit, but then I have to do. There's no way I could miss Titans Broncos, you know. There's no way. Jaden Morris says, I was at Cows game last night. What a disgrace. Cows should have won that. You both should have lost that. You both should have lost that game, mate. No one should have won that. You both should have lost. So first tackle now with the Broncos. You know who won? You know who the real winner is of that game? It was the people who didn't watch it. Second tackle now with the Broncos at the 20. Real Fan Sports, that's some weak stuff right there. Exactly right, mate. Tell them. You know, you're all the way over there in America. By the way, you see the news about the American TV deal? Apparently, I just saw something on Instagram before I came on here. All right, so now it's going to be Broncos with the ball here at the 30. Oh, my gosh. Fifth tackle. My instant buddy DMs are already lighting up. And the Broncos will get a penalty here from Mawaka Fodawaker. Oh, no, sorry, Regan Campbell-Gillard. Great start, lads, great start. Dom Finlayson says, 2 minutes into a game against last and they go to the 2. I know, really intellectual and intelligent stuff there from Brisbane. So they're going to say this is a penalty here to the Broncos. Smells like fish on the Gold Coast. Mate, we get some good fish on the Gold Coast. Especially out in surfers. Hey? Jay says, assert dominance, take the 2. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Sick as coat, never hungover. No, so actually, Daz, I haven't been drinking at all since probably Wednesday. Wednesday, I went out with my dad at his bar and had a good time, but I haven't been drinking at all since then, mate. No, I'm actually genuinely sick. I'd actually like to go have a beer and chill out there for a night, but I'm not a huge drinker anyway. But when I do drink, I usually have a few, and no, I've been too unwell to be able to go and see him and have a few. So the Broncos now at the 40 on first tackle. No, I'll tell you guys if I'm hungover, and I'll tell you guys if I'm sick, and I'm sick. Second tackle now for the Broncos. They'll be at the 30. Jay's sick from all that Vietnam dong. You love the dong, don't you, Jay? You're a big donger. Big dong fan. Broncos now right inside to Weesey Peasy, and Weesey Peasy will be taken out at the 20 on third tackle. Crazy, g'day. It's all them smelling salts I've been doing, bro. Where's my buddy? Where is it? It's in the bag, I reckon. Ezra Mam. Oh, close to 4 pass, but that was fine. Lost ball. Go Titans. Go Jalen. Go Jalen. Go Jalen. Oh, they're going to say no. I thought Jales was away. What do they call it here? What do they call? They call him 4 pass. Round Donk says, why hasn't the Titans been good this season? Well, the ladder tells you otherwise, mate. I did tell you that pass was forward, mind you. I did tell you that pass was forward, mind you. And they will call it forward in the end. Bit of nose salt will fix you up. Yeah, I'm sure, Ahmed Salt. No, I've got my my herbal inhaler from Thailand here, but it's all on the other side of the room, and I want to watch the Titans put 13 plus past the Broncos, so I can't leave. Can't leave. Philip Sami now will get this ball to the 20. Bretton says, bottom 4 teams racked up some points this week. The Eels lost. The Tigers lost. The Knights lost. The Titans won, though, so, you know, it's all right. We'll hold the line for everybody, mate. We'll hold the line for everybody. Jimmy Jolliffe now, he's at the 40. Blah, blah, blah. So taking the 2. Wayne Bennett hasn't coached them in years, but his DNA is still there. You never get Wayne Bennett out of the club, buddy. Mawaka Fodawaker, he'll be 4th tackle at the 45. 7 minutes into the game here. I do feel nervous for the guys on the drums. I don't know who's on the drums here today, but I do feel nervous for them because I can tell you Broncos. And go, Charles, Jojo Feeder, 4th pass for shitting our buddy damn well sake. Oh my gosh. 4 pass. Deary me. Jaden, no way have you said that's a forward pass. You're off your rocker. So you're telling me you don't call any of Latrell Mitchell's passes on Wednesday night forward, but you call that one a forward pass? Are you off your rocker? NRL, go get a damn well grip. I had to stop myself from swearing just then. How on earth was that a forward pass? I haven't seen anything about Netflix. We get a one-game week on FS2, but normally the late games. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but yeah, and it's not forward days. I'm not too sure, but I did see something briefly on Instagram just before I came on here. There was something to do with American TV rights. Jack Lewis has just tuned in. What's the reason for Campbell on the bench? I think Desi had one too many drinks last night and maybe just decided to chuck him on the bench for a bit of a laugh. Third tackle now for the Broncos, and they're going to be 35 metres away here from the line. Ben Hunt gives it to Adam Reynolds. Reynolds underneath now. And Broncos will be fourth tackled, 28 metres out. I reckon go for the two again. Go for field goal, Broncos. Assert dominance again. Assert dominance with a field goal, you cats. So Paddy Carrigan at the 20. Just assert dominance with a field goal, Broncos. Come on, stop waiting around. Stop waiting around, mate. Reynolds, he'll go to the left here to Ezra Mam. Ezra Mam gives it out, and the Broncos get taken down to the 3. This is why you go for the field goal, Broncos. You could have had 3-0 instead it's still only 2-0, and Titans get the ball back. Good defense there from the Gold Coast. Gary says, All Blacks party. Tell us more, Olivia. Wallabies going to win it all, aren't they? 2,000 Kiwis in the Stock Exchange Hotel. They had to borrow jugs from the pub next door and sold out to beer in the first hour. 2,000, you reckon? 2,000? That's a lot of people, Olivia. It's a lot of people. You reckon 2,000 people there, Olivia? Do you reckon you might be over-exaggerating at 2,000? 2,000 Kiwis, you reckon? Fourth tackle now for the Titans. To be fair, I don't know how big that hotel is. Oh, great. It's going to be one of those nights. Is Badger in the bunker? Well, it's not the bunker's call for that forward pass, but it's some toss jockey on the sidelines call that never usually makes a call. They were over capacity according to Seckies. Yeah, I know. There would have been, but 2,000's a lot of people for a bar. So Broncos now will be taken down to the 22 on first tackle. And they're going to roll it back to Adam Reynolds. Not really, Craxy. I'm still really sick, but at least the Titans are not down by like 14, 16-0 like they were in the last game already. No, I have to do it. I have to at least do the Titans game a week. I did do 2 games yesterday, and I did the game on Friday. Next week will be a lot more back to consistent with doing all the games. Ezra Mam, left-hand side, get how much Shibasaki, be fourth tackle here at the 50. Now 10 minutes gone here, guys. 30 minutes to go the first half. Hit that like button and subscribe. And it will be Ben Hunt with a little dinker-dinker into the corner. Not a bad kick there. It sits up beautifully for Philip Sami, though, and he'll bring it out to the 20. At least it hit the grass. Olivia says it was $5 spirits after 5 p.m. $5 spirits good, but again, like I told you yesterday, here in Vietnam, spirits are like $1.50 Australian. Oh, for gosh sake, BK. Oh, my gosh. Oh, this is what we're doing. Oh, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing, BK. Are you serious? I can't even watch. I can't even see. Seriously. Are we serious? Are we serious? Are we serious, BK? Brian Kelly, are we serious? Oh my gosh, they're Watson. What are the Titans doing already doing that shit? Oh my gosh. How am I going to survive this stream without losing my mind? I'm about to lose my mind. Third tackle to 10. I thought I'd already lost my mind. Sniff the jar. I need to go get the jar. Wait for them to score this try so I can go get the damn well jar. 6 again. Oh, Kumbaya. I'm going to start singing Kumbaya in a second. I'm going to start singing Kumbaya. First tackle here with the Broncos, Adam Reynolds. We get off to Brendan Piakura, who's 8 metres away from the line. That's your fault, Blaze. It's my fault, is it? It's my fault. Really? All right. Oh, look at this defense. Oh, it's good scramble in the end. Did they hold him up? That's actually good. That's Bowie Firma and Phil Sami there. I can't believe he hasn't scored that, Jordan Ricky, but that's because he's a cat. Oh, get away from him, Ricky, you cat. Get away from him. Go back to the 10. Claws out when he come back to Australia. I'm not too sure yet, to be honest with you, mate. We'll see how we go. Third tackle with the Broncos at the 10. I couldn't believe that we held that try up just then. Blame Ezra. You're exactly right. Logan, tell me. Give me an uppercut. Do better, seriously. Pull your head in. I need to pull my head in. Forward tackle. Adam Reynolds kicks that ball through. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing it without the sniffy herbal inhaler. I ain't doing it. I am watching it. I am watching it without the herbal inhaler. I can't do it. If I don't have this, I can't do it. I just kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya, kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. What the fuck was that? What the fuck? What was that? For God's sake, Titans. For God's sake. Blazing meltdown, mate. You've not seen nothing yet. You've not seen nothing yet. Bloody Powerpuff, the line was right there. Yeah, well. 6-0 with a kick to come. And Piakura's down here. God bless him, man. I hope he's right. Kent Bro says, how long was that? 10 minutes? It was 13 minutes, mate. Come on, get with the times. There's the Joe Biden chart. You're a weirdo. Jack Lewis says, regardless of the result today, the table doesn't... Hey! Possible knock on, lads. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, my... If it's a knock on, I have to go put this back over there. Brennan Piakura. Oh, he's dropped his lollies. He's dropped his lollies so far. Oh my gosh, well I gotta go put this back. I don't deserve it. I haven't earned it yet. I haven't earned it. It's no try. I haven't earned it. I have not earned it. No try. No try. I have not earned it. Alright, so Piakura will drop the ball and it goes back to a 2-0 ball game. Mitchell with the $10 due donation. Get on your Mitchell, says we can give you Jack Bird if it makes you feel any better. You're lucky you don't get timed out for that, Colin Mitchell, but I appreciate you for the donation. Alright, so Titans ball at 25. How good. Someone says Titans master their own downfall as usual. Well done. Hey, don't you speak about that negatively about my team, mate. We're the greatest team of all time. That's a penalty to the Gold Coast. Take that one. Come on, mate. This is a serious channel. We don't ever negatively slander this club. Are you allowed to slide in studs first? No wonder his face was melting in the turf. Well, you got to try and not dive into the ground. No, I don't want to take piss out of an injury. All right, so Brennan Piakura has to go off the HIA. Titans the ball hit the 45. First tackle. No sniff, Brenton. No sniff. No run. Second tackle of the Gold Coast at the 44. All right, so Kent Bro, take away that 13-minute countdown. It still continues now, mate. 12 minutes into the first half. We still continue here. Chris Randall at the 35. His first 12 minutes is going quite slow. Nathan Reese has got the Titans. Get around your Nathan Reese. Get around the Titans. Jaden Campbell off to Kieran Foran. Foran at the back now to AJ Brimson. Go Brimo, go Brimo, go Brimo, go Brimo, go Brimo. He's still going at the 20. Cuts back to the inside. And he'll be taken out to the 22. Full tackle. Full tackle now for the Titans at the 22. They give it across to Jimmy Jolloff. And go Jimmy. He's at the 15. 14 means our fifth tackle. It's the first attack the Titans have had this game so far. Sam Verrills, Kieran Foran, Fozza puts this ball out from the corner. Good chance here. Oh, it's a good tape by Josiah Katapani. It's a good tape by Katapani. And it will be Broncos ball to 5. Broncos were indeed robbed. They weren't robbed nothing, mate. Don't you start telling me about robbed. You guys robbed 80 minutes of our life yesterday watching that Bulldogs-Cowboys game. That's the second HI in 2 weeks. Not good for him. Nathan Reese says Broncos will take the L. Wow, Nathan Reese. Wow. For a person who's a Brisbane fan, I'm surprised that you're backing in the Titans here. So 4 tackle over the Broncos and good defense here from the Gold Coast, keeping them down here. They're only 18 metres away here from their own line. Now Paddy Carrigan, the sniffy jar was robbed. Mate, I need one right now. I need it. What do the Sharks have to do to get off scam? Well, not look like they did against the Dolphins, but win next week. Win next week, mate. Just got to keep on winning. Because right now, they're going to finish this week off in 9th. Like, congratulations on the win, but what have they done? What have they done to prove themselves off of a scam? They are still not in the 8. Because, BK's having one of those games. BK. Oh, BK, he's done it again, son. He's done it again. Oh, Mr. BK. Mr. BK. Thank you very much. Beautiful. BK, I love you, man, but far out. Cam Brody's, we are 4 from 8 completion. We are literally 50% completion rate through the first 15 minutes here. The Broncos are at 75%. Neither team hitting the benchmark, but the Titans don't even start me on any mark of bench or reserve or anything. Just don't even think about it. Don't even think. Just stop thinking. First tackle now for the Broncos at the 40. And they're going to be 30 metres away here from the line. Why am Manly on fraud alert? Because they are frauds. What have they done to prove themselves not frauds just yet? Win next week, they'll be off fraud alert. Third tackle now at the 25. Ben Hunt. That's a short ball there to Gosevsky, and Gosevsky is going to be 13 metres away from the line. Fourth tackle. Surprised we're only losing 2-0 at the moment. Well, Rosa, the Broncos did score a try that was taken away from them, so it was going to be 8-0, but we are only 2-0. Fifth tackle, Rosa, if you've said that and the Broncos score here, I do blame you. It's still my fault, though, too. Adam Reynolds now kicks that ball across, and... the Broncos have knocked that ball on further than the M1 last itself. So that's going to be a knock on Titans first, but then Broncos knock on second, and will be a dropout coming on up. Oh, jeez, yeah, Jalen de Groot just... Well, I'd argue that was a knock back there from Jalen de Groot. I'd argue that was a knock back from Jalen de Groot. How was that knock on from Jalen de Groot? That shouldn't be a dropout. That should be Titans ball. I don't understand how that was a knock on from the Titans. And Broncos will get the ball here at the 11. And now Dean Mariner is going to be at the 5. They roll it out to Adam Reynolds. Reynolds now to Hetherington, and Hetherington's going to be 7 metres out. Jeez. Second tackle. 9 metres away. Ben Hunt to Adam Reynolds. Adam Reynolds to Weesey PC. Weesey PC! Oh my gosh, I think he's scored, has he? No, I don't know. No. They're going to check this, but he's going to say no try. I feel like you would know if he scored or not here, referee. I feel like you would know if he scored or not. I'm pretty certain you would know from the position that you're in. Come on, referee. You should have known that there was no try there. You should have known it was held up. Yeah. No, what are you doing, referee? We saw that was a held up try from about 34 years away. What colour is his fingernails? He's going with the pink today. He's going with the pink today. So, yeah, at no point does the ball hit the ground. Well, that's a surprise. That's a surprise. I would have thought we could have called that about 10 minutes ago, but thank you, referee, for letting us know we had to go to the bunker to see something we kind of either... I don't know how you wouldn't have known that was a no try immediately, but sure. Ben Hunt goes out to the right-hand side now, and Broncos are 5 metres out from the line. Forward tackle. Ben Hunt, Adam Reynolds. Adam Reynolds gives it to Ezra Mam. Ezra Mam kicks it through here, and that's going to go too far. Ezra Mam, too far, just like driving whilst drinking, but it's going to be Titans ball here at the 20. Odd Puppet says, ahoy, folks. Whoever voted Titans in the poll needs to reevaluate life. No way Broncos lose. Well. Thank you very much for that comment. The old issue here, though, Odd Puppet, is that I voted the Titans in the poll, and I definitely need to reevaluate my life because I am a Titans fan. Yeah, no, we've known that for a very long time, though, mate. Very long time. You are not telling us anything new. With that being said, though, we've never lost a grand final. Second tackle over the Titans at 45. We've never lost a grand final, the old Gold Coast. So second tackle, they go out to the left-hand side, and Jimmy Jolliffe, that's going to be Kieran Foran, and then they're going to get it to Bowie Firma, who runs this ball to the 45 of the Broncos side of the field. Titans have only been in the Broncos territory 18% of the game so far. Kieran Foran gives it off here to Jimmy Jolliffe, and that's a huge tackle. Well, welcome back to the Gold Coast, ladies and gentlemen. That's a knock on there from the Gold Coast, and Grass McGrath having a big game here. Big game here. Have we completed 50% of our sets or not? I am going to go check this stat. I don't believe that we've completed 50%. No, our completion rate is 44%. You're off your rocker, Gold Coast. You are off your rocker at 44%. 20 minutes into the game, we are 4 from 9. 4 from 9. Sensei says, hurt to see your team get booted over the black dot and out of the stadium, mate. What the hell's happening here? Hurt to see your team get booted over the black dot and out the stadium. Mate, I hope they can rip something out. There are some sort of miraculous miracle. What? What do we do? What's happening here? Are we Englishing here or what? Pats on back. I don't know what you just said, but you said something. You did say something. don't know what you said, but and Shibasaki bumps away from a tackle. And still going, but good scramble defense there for the Titans to stop him and take him back over the line. So it's going to be fifth tackle over the Broncos. They're 2 metres out. That was really good defense, actually. And Broncos, knock on Ezra Mam. Knock on Ezra Mam. It's a knock on Ezra Mam. Knock on Ezra. Ezra Mam. I love seeing him fail. Shut your mouth, Ezra. Shut your mouth. So, Titans with the ball here. 11 metres out of the line. Reese says Titans also choked 2 grand finals. That's actually incorrect, Reese. Penalty Gold Coast. That's actually incorrect, Reese. The Gold Coast are undefeated in grand finals. Undefeated in grand finals. I don't know what you're talking about. Coach says, by the way, that was your fault. The ref went to the bunker for the Reese Welsh no try. To be fair, with the Titans, it's always my fault. It's always a content creator's fault. Oh, Papa says, I'm just glad my buddy's got a week off. We've been doing sheet this season. Yeah, well, if we win by 15 points today, which is obviously a moral bet with us being in first, if we win by 15 points, we actually go above the Rabbitohs. So, second tackle now for the Titans, and they're going to be at the 45 on the Titans side of the field. 20 minutes to go to the first half, guys. 20 minutes to go of the first half. Hit that like button and subscribe. I'm surviving and doing my best despite being sick right now, but we are still alive, which is a good sign. Second tackle here at the 48. For the Gold Coast, Sam Verrills gives it off here to Jimmy Jolliffe, then to Regan Campbell-Gillard, and he'll be taken down to the 38. I just want to complete a set. It would be nice. Well, very nice. Very nice if we can complete a set. Jaden Campbell steps inside. Should have got the ball offloaded, but he couldn't do it. Fifth tackle now at the 24. Fifth tackle. And it'll be Sam Verrills off to Kieran Foran. Foran now kicks that ball into the corner, where the Titans will go up for it. Good grab by Philip Sami. Good grab. He's not going to be able to get this ball away, though, and he'll be taken down. Oh! No way. If he found a way to score this, it'd be a miracle. No, he'll be about 2 metres out here. No, he's not over the line. Why? Why is that not Broncos ball 2 metres out? Why have they gone out to 10? Anyway, Jaff Moses, somehow the Titans organisation will say the completion rate is your fault. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong there. I reckon it probably is my fault at this point, Jared. Probably is. So first tackle. And now the Broncos were taken down at the 15. Second tackle. Olivia says, we are back to thinking we can score every play again. Oh, yes. That's what we want to see. That is exactly what we want to see. It is a surprise the Titans are holding their own with a top 5 team. Because the Broncos are bloody frauds at this point, mate. Imagine. Oh! Adam Reynolds with a beautiful pass straight to Mawaki Fodawaker. Don't think he realises that it's a penalty. Hey, guess what, Broncos? Eat this too up ya. Eat this too. I want you to eat this too to make a 2-2. I want you to eat this too, shove it down the esophagus, and really get a good feeling inside your buddy, your pulse, your bones, your vibe. I want them to take the 2 here just to piss off the Broncos. Are they going to go for the 2? Well done, Broncos. You're going toe-to-toe with the 17th place Titans. Mate, this is premiership run potential right here for sure. It's about to be 2-2 here, lads. Adam Reynolds with a beautiful pass to Mikey Fodawaker. Can't beat a bit of Desmond 2-2. You can't beat it, Seb Watson. It's not possible. You can't beat a bit of Desmond 2-2. Can't beat it. Titans try to be nice as well. Will be nice, Cambodia, but I know the Broncos fans right now, they're sitting there going, how is it going to be 2-2 after 25 minutes against the Titans? And that gives me so much, joy. It's like a joy inside of me, I feel it in my fingers, I feel it in my toes, I just feel that joy. And guess what, my friends, it is 2-2, 2-2, 2 apiece. Seb Watson says, Ezra's the only player that I hope they have a downfall. I agree. Jamie Dawes says, great pass from Reynolds there, no, it was brilliant. David Saul says, this is a very tough game in this first quarter. Just want to throw this one out there. Just want to really put this fishing line. I want to throw it out there. The Titans, wait for it. The Titans are completing under 50% here, Broncos. And you're tied with them 2-2 at the 23 minutes. The Titans are at 44% completion rate, lads. Oh, no, sorry. They're 58% now. Incredible stuff. 58%. That's what you want to be looking at. Ibby says, don't you mean toe-to-toe with the first place team? Oh, well, that's a good point. Yeah, also, who does refer to as the first quarter, David Saul? That's a good point there, Dom. Middle says, surely the Broncos are close to going back on fraud alert. It's a high consideration right now. But we need to at least wait here for how the game plays out. Mikey Fodawaker. He will. Oh, geez, his run backs off the back fence haven't been too good today so far. I'll probably just take the 2, mate. We took the 2 so hard. I'm very proud of it. Yeah, so anyone saying anything... By the way, obviously there's a lot of banter and a lot of trolling and a lot of taking the piss and whatnot between Titans and Broncos. Like, it's all love, it's all part of the game. Anyone referring to the situation between Ezra and Spencer Lanier, you are going to be removed from the chat. Like, that's not what this is about. At the end of the day, I dislike Ezra Man for his situation, and I don't believe that he did. I don't believe he copped as much of a punishment as he should have, externally and internally. But like, no, we're not going to be sitting here and talking about the Spencer Lanier situation and referring to Ezra Man. You will just be removed from the chat. So just keep a bit of respect and bring it back in line there. And they go to the right-hand side of Dean Mariner, but the Titans will take it down to the 33. So Watson says, come on, Titans, pass it back to them. It's been a while. Yeah, to be fair, we have... okay, that was weird from Reece Walsh, but sure. Broncos now second tackle at the 45. Olivia says, I'll probably click live, you're behind. Whereabouts you sit in the stadium, by the way, Olivia? You're probably behind the post southern side, aren't you? That's where usually the Broncos or the away fans sit. And... Oh, Brendan Piakura has failed his HIA, so he won't be back he will not be back this game. So that means that the Broncos are down to 3 on the bench for the rest of the game. Just the Sunday getting around the Titans. Exactly right, Sunday. That's what I like to see. Now, Etherington. He's going to be fit tackle at 33. 15 minutes left here in the first half. Canberra said that was weird from Reece Walsh. If I had $1. That was really weird. Oh, forward pass. Hello. Knock, knock. Who's there? Weesey Beasy with the forward pass. Thank you very much. I'm still watching it. Wesley Beasy with such a good forward pass that I reckon Julian Edelman of the New England Patriots just caught that ball flying down the touchline there in Patriot City in Boston. Nice little forward pass there from Reece Walsh. Tacey says, now the Frizzels own 100% of the Titans. Will there be any changes? Yes, Tacey. I do believe there'll be a lot of changes, to be fair. We don't know what's going to happen. Tino's on the field now, second tackle at the 35. We don't know kind of what change is going to happen, but there's going to be a gigantic amount of changes, and this one result here, this one game here is not going to do anything about that. One second. I think Des is a bit of a scapegoat. However, I also don't know. I think Des is also part of the problem, but I don't think that he is the problem. I think the problem comes from an internal organisation over many, many years. So, look, I do think that Rebecca and Brett, they love this club, just like the Daryl and Kelly and Joe Kelly did. And we'll see. Knock on for the Titans. That's what we also love to see. Broncos ball hit to 40. All right, so now the Titans have gone from a 8 from 13 to 8 from 14. So they're going to go back onto the 60% completion rate. Lovely. So yes, Tacey, to answer your question, yes, there will be a lot of changes. Hard to tell what changes are going to happen, but look, as much as I love Dave, I reckon Dave probably leaves. I don't think Tino leaves, even though there has been conversations about it, but I don't think he does. Every conversation that I'll have with Tino privately and personally, he talks very similarly like me. Like, obviously, we joke around and take the piss with the club. Like me, I joke around and take the piss with the club because the organisation can eat a dick for the most part. But at the end of the day, I still love this club and it's still my community, right? So Tino speaks very similarly about this club. I don't think that he's going to leave anywhere. But there will be changes. There will be massive changes, yeah. So first tackle now for the Broncos at the 45, and they go to the right-hand side, and it's going to be Dean Mariner, who's at the 32, second tackle. Canberra says, all right, I haven't said this in a few weeks, but here we go. Let's get Dave out there. That'd be nice. That'd be nice to utilise our bench. Desi doesn't necessarily use the bench too much. Third tackle. 22 metres away here for the Broncos. They've been down here plenty of times today. And Adam Reynolds kicks it, and that'll be knock on from who? Oh, knock on from the Gold Coast first, apparently. I think this is a knock on Gold Coast apparently first. And Nara says, what do the Gold Coast Titans do at training? Well, I'd ask the same thing about the Broncos right now. We are 28 minutes into the game and the Broncos haven't scored a try against 17th place. So, trying to figure out, like, if we're talking shit about the Titans, surely we're talking shit about the Broncos too, no? 28 minutes in. Surely you would expect the Broncos to have scored at least a couple of tries by now against 17th place, no? So it actually is going to be called a knock on for the Broncos. The Titans get the ball here at the 20. So, yeah, Naru just trying to figure out, what do the Broncos do at training? Do they take twos? Do they take Penalty kicks at training? Is that what their plans are, or what? Do they just get everyone who's playing the Broncos kit to... they just get everyone in the Broncos kit to practice their 2 points against 17th place teams, or what? They did score, it was disallowed. So you see what the key word here is, Anaru. So there's a key word of what you just said. They did score. Unfortunately, that's not the key word there. It was disallowed. So the disallowed actually negates the entire rest of your comment there. Yes. Yes, it actually negates the entire rest of your comments. So thank you very much for your intellectual conversation here. But see, the issue with what you said was that your last word negated every single word you said before that, which means they didn't score. So fit tackle now at the 50, and it will be Titans with the ball. 11.5 minutes to go the first half. Kobe's thoughts on Josiah Katapani coming in first try scorer. Well, anyone can, to be fair. And that's going to be the Broncos now with a knock-on! What are they... You going to... Hey, Anaru, you reckon the Broncos are going to start trying to practice catching the ball at training? Or... Because, just want to remind you, the Broncos are in 6th place right now. The Titans are in 17th, and the completion rate for the Titans and Broncos is 60% and 60%. So if we're not doing any training, what the fuck are you guys doing at training? Because we are both on the same level of 9 for 15 here. Just throwing it out there. You want shit talk? Don't worry, we can shit talk here. We can shit talk all day. We can shit talk all day. Why are you going quiet? Spoon Bowl, Queensland says. Fair enough. All right, so the Titans now, they're 20 metres away from the line. Come on, Gold Coast. Jaden Campbell gives it off to BK. We have no pressure on us today, Broncos fans. No pressure. We know our team is bad this year. We know our team's in last. We're not expected to win this game. So we're just going to have fun with it. If we lose, it was expected. If we win, we're going to shove it down your esophagus. And AJ Brimson gives it off into Kieran Foran at the back now. Hits the grass. Then Jojo Theta, Jalen DeGroo. Jalen DeGroo sets back inside. He's still going. Good tackle. Good tackle there from the Broncos. 5 minutes out. Third tackle. 10 minutes to go the first half here. Guys, hit that like button and subscribe. They go into Kieran Foran. Kieran Foran at the 10. Then off to Moaki Fodawaker. Fodawaker gives it off into AJ. AJ nearly gets away, but Adam Reynolds starts grabbing. Forward tackle. 15 metres away. 1 sec. Oh, man. Sam Verrills at the Mikey Fodawaker. And Mo's not been fantastic today, but it was a decent run there. 5 minutes out, fit tackle. I agree, Lag, and Billy Walters does actually change Broncos games. Out the back of the Jaden Campbell, JC puts a short ball. He caught it himself, but he'll be held up over the line. Jeez, I can't believe he's held that ball. Like, it's going to be Broncos ball here at the 10. But I'm pretty certain he does maintain possession, but either way, he's going to get held up here. I agree, Lucas. If he says, why is everyone knocking on by Brisbane from Ezra Mam or Reece Walsh? It's been like this for too long. Someone teach him how to catch. Not today, though. Chris Randall, how he's been able to hold on to that ball without a knock on is insane. Insane. But I will say, good on the Broncos for not falling off the tackle there, because they would have seen that ball go up and they would have expected him to lose that ball. But he does hold it. No knock on from Chris Randall, not Bo Firma Bunker. Thank you for saying Bo Firma. That's the other side of the field. Has Walshy Poo done anything yet? Weezy PC has actually knocked the ball on a couple of times, or for pass if you'd like that, cool, mate. But no, nothing else yet. So they're just looking to see if he gets the ball down now. So he's caught the ball. Either way, there's no high contact. I never thought there was high contact. Never thought there was. So Titans come down here. You're not going to be able to, the ball's not going to go to the ground, and you're not going to be able to see it go to the ground anyway. All right, so Chris Randall won't score here, and it'll be Broncos ball, but I don't know why we're still looking at this. Snaky Games says, take thirst traps and see who's hotter in Broncos training camp. That's a big Broncos media play. Big play. Olivia says this game is terrible. Olivia, I don't know who you're talking to, because I know that from a Titans fan perspective, this game is fantastic right now. Again, we have absolutely zero pressure on us. Zero pressure. Zero pressure. We lose this game, it was expected. We win this game, no idea. Second tackle now with the Broncos, they'll be at the 20. 9.5 minutes to go in the first half. Bill's family loves to come on Titans. Tell him, Bill. Hello, Ballsack says Billy Walters is the ultimate game changer and the future immortal. The future immortal. Don't know about the immortal part, but I do think he's a massive game changer for Broncos. But that was also when they had Corey Pakes, not Ben Hunt. Like, he shouldn't be necessarily the game changer when Ben Hunt's their 9 now, comparatively to Corey Pakes, usually. Someone says knock on. No, there was no knock on there. But either way, it was the same result. Like, it was going to be at the 10 metres. Either way, great tackle there by the Titans. Philip Sami at the 40. Tony Stagg's taken down to the 40. Fit tackle now, Reese, Peasy, Weesey, Walsh. That's a big midfield bomb, but good take from AJ Brimson, and he's going to bring this ball out now to the 25. Really good take there. Davis has a question for you. If you could take 2 players for free from the Storm to improve the Titans, who would you choose? Harry Grant and Jerome Hughes. And Dave Fafita coming to the field. Go, Davey. Let's go, Davey. Dave coming to the field. Oh, lovely. It's 1-on-1 strip there from Ezra Mann. Lovely. So the Broncos now with the ball, and they're going to get this ball to the 12-second tackle. We were too busy welcoming Dave on the field that we didn't get to actually see the play there. All right, out to the left-hand side to Weesey PC. Short play. They cut back into the inside, and it's going to be third tackle with Broncos to the 5. Titans defense has been so far so good defensively, but, you know, as a Titans fan, you do wait to see the rest of the game, especially second halves. Broncos now, they're 10 metres away on 4 tackle. Yeah, all right, Dave, let's see what you got. Exactly right. Show us what you got, Dave. Oh, Adam Reynolds, Ezra Mam, short ball. Not the play from Ezra. Jordan Ricky taking down 5 metres out, fit tackle. Ben Hunt, he goes back out to the left-hand side here to Adam Reynolds, and Reynolds will put a little dinky dink over the top here. Where's the defense? Broncos knock it back. It's going to be knocked back. That's going to be knock on from the Broncos, and Titans get the ball here. They're going to say knock on Broncos, but then why are they saying it's a knock on? He said that the Broncos, the commentary saying Titans knock ball on first, but the referee on the field has just said it was a Broncos knock on first. But if it's a Broncos knock on, Titans didn't knock it on after that. Well, that's a knock on from Chris Randall. I would agree with that, but that's not what the referee called. He might change to it now, but that's not what he originally called. Yeah, they're lucky because Jojo was actually... Oh, he wasn't away, but AJ was following up. All right, so Broncos ball here, 10 metres out. And they go right-hand side to Adam Reynolds, then off to Ezra Mam. Ezra Mam off to Weesey Peasy. Then to Dean Mariner. And Mariner's going to be 10 metres out here on first tackle. Oh, this game, NRL really saved the best till last. Mate, unbelievable stuff here. Unbelievable stuff here, Seb Watson. The quality... It's like the Broncos are trying to play Titans footy from 2025. And they get it out the back now to Adam Reynolds. Adam Reynolds with a good short ball. That was a great pass across. They will score a try. That was a really nice pass there from Adam Reynolds. That was a really nice pass. And unfortunately, the Titans weren't going to be able to hold that one out. It's going to be 6-2 here to the Broncos with a kick to come. So this is ref was doing a little bit of a dance. Cool Beans says try time Titans. No, that's the Broncos who scored there. I think it's Ben Talty. The Broncos, you finally got there. You've had a lot of ball in the attacking 20, man. Like, it had to have been coming. It just had to have been coming, and they finally do get over the line there. And this one, you can't take this one away from him. Come on, so... Dave Fafita, unfortunately, just couldn't get across, and Jaden Campbell did his best to hold him out, but strong there from Talty, and AJ Brimson probably should have tried to get underneath that ball rather than being on that side. That's what says Roosters legend David Fafita. Oh, wait. Said one says, oh, this game really said the best last. David Sauls, Ezra needs to get into a pool to freshen up in the halftime. Ezra needs to sort of shit out. That was a nice pass from Adam Reynolds, though. Lockie says, is one-on-one fend to the face legal in the NRL? No, depending on the severity. No, depending on the severity. Why? Was there a fend there that I didn't see? So Ben Talty, his second game, scores his first try. Coolbean says intercept AJ. What? No, come on, Coolbean. Stop. Like, some people watch these streams to see the actual updates. So you saying that in the chat, no one finds it funny. Like, people are trying to watch the game. So when you say that there's a try time for the Titans, it's just going to get you timed out because people are going to believe you, and it's not what happens. The Broncos will score, and they will take the kick. It is 8-2 here for the Broncos with 5 minutes to go in the first half. Been happy with the Titans scramble for the most part, though. Been happy with the Titans scramble defensively. Like, attacking-wise, they've been abhorrent, just like the Broncos have been. Both teams completing at an abhorrent rate. 58% for the Titans, 65% for the Broncos is dreadful for both teams. 13 from 20 for the Broncos and 10 from 17 from the Titans. It really is poor from both the Titans and the Broncos. So, the Broncos will score and they will take the lead, but this first half has been diabolical from both teams. Diabolical. All right, so the Broncos will grab this ball here at the 5, and it will be Weesey Peasy gets it off to Paddy Carrigan, and Carrigan's going to be at the 18 or so. Old mate that scored needs some bigger shorts, Ben Talty. And knock on from the Broncos, and this is what I'm talking about, lads.
Right off the back of points too for the Bronx. Right off the back of points too. Jordan Ricky will knock that ball on, and the Titans are going to get the ball here about 15 metres out. That is really poor stuff there. And this is the point, lads. Like, both these teams have been awful today. That's about to be 13 from... They're on 61%. Like, both these teams are completing basically at the same rate here. It really is dribble. It really is dribble, mate. Like, if the Titans score here, it makes sense to make it 8-8 at halftime because both teams have been dribble. Titans here at the 20. Tamut says, go to mighty Broncos. Well, they're not mighty today, that's for sure. Out to Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell to AJ Brimson. And Brimson cuts his ball back 15 metres away from the line. First tackle. 4 minutes to go here the first half. 4 minutes to go. First tackle. They give it out to Tino Fasil Malawi. Out the back into Kieran Foran. Get it out to BK. BK gives it to the grass. And now the Broncos are away. And this is how poor the Titans have been. And Tony Staggs will score here. There's no way anyone's going to catch him. Oh, and maybe actually. Wow. Who is the one who got across there? Jojo Fafita, take a bow. The Broncos should score here off the back of that mistake. That was Brian Kelly again, by the way. That was Brian Kelly again with the mistake. He's cost us multiple times today. The Broncos, Reece Walsh, he goes out to the left-hand side, and it's going to be an easy try there for the Broncos. And that was always going to come, but BK, it's Brian Kelly again. It's Brian Kelly again. You know, it's Brian Kelly again. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, seriously. Like, Brian Kelly again. Starts and starts his 4 pass. I don't know. I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, both teams have been dribble here. But, like, that's just bad from Brian Kelly. You're on the attacking line, and you're going to just throw the ball onto the grass, and it's just going to be broken away. Like, it's... You're lucky the Titans are as bad as they are, Broncos, because you never would have been anywhere close to this scoreline against a good team today. Like, dead set, BK. What the fuck, man? Like, seriously. Dreadful. The dam might break now. But the dam's not breaking because of the Broncos. The dam's breaking because of the Titans here. Like, what was that? Like, what was that? That's 3 big errors here from Brian Kelly in the first half. And that... Oof. That pass was a bit dodgy there from Reece, but I don't care. I'm sure BK's a nice guy. He's a great guy, but it seems as though it's a constant thing for him. Like, he's a great guy, but, like, you need to be ripping into that shit. Oh, man. Alright, so it's going to be 2 minutes to go in the first half. Mate, honestly, this team, they just need such a massive overhaul, mate. 2 minutes to go. And, like, defensively, again, that's not a try conceded off of defense. That's a try conceded off of attack. Like, because their defense today, for the most part, from the Titans, has actually been quite solid. Like, again, both of these teams in this first half have been pathetic. Like, both of these teams in this first half have been absolutely horrific. But, like, the scoreline reflects the ladder positionings of both these teams. Like, the Titans are going to continue to make errors because the Titans are the Titans. The Broncos are going to continue to make errors, but they are in 5th, 6th position. So it's like, despite the fact that they make a lot of errors every single week, they still are able to find ways to win games. Like, the Broncos are in no world a chance to win the competition this year. In absolutely no world. They are not beating up the teams above them. But they are very much like the Sydney Roosters, where both teams make a ridiculous amount of errors and find a way to win the game. If they took on any half-decent team today, they would have been punched in the mouth. But the Titans have been so poor. So poor. The Titans are completing basically at 50%. They are 10 from 18. 55% completion rate. And they've had to rely upon... The first try was fine. First try for Ben Talty was fine. The second try comes off of a bad error from the Titans on attack. Right, and that's with 2 or 3 minutes to go. Again, it was 2-2 until the 35-minute mark here. Like, truly, like, it's just horrific to watch. It's horrific to watch the Gold Coast. As Essie says, what a try at the Broncos. A try off the back of a Titans error. Like, Watson says, BK is dropping. I agree. I'm sorry, he's been absolutely pathetic in this game. But the thing is, the Titans were never expected to win this game. But, like, I was pretty happy with how that's going to be 6 again here for the Bronx. Like, I'm pretty happy with how the Titans performed for 35 minutes, and then they just decided... The first try for the Broncos was well and truly fine. Second try was completely off of the back of ineptness from the centre of Brian Kelly, who was dropped a couple of weeks ago, now has come back in and has had 3 key crucial errors that have allowed the Broncos to score a couple of times today. Honestly, the dam should open up. If the Broncos are any good of a team, they should win this game by 50 from here. If you are any good of a team, you should win this game by 50 from here. Kieran Foran retiring. What do you think about this? Oh, it's definitely time. See, look at that! Like, the Broncos knocked the ball on. Like, you're serious, Broncos? You play any team that's not 17 today, and you get punched in the mouth. Like, that's another knock on from the Broncos. Another knock on from him. Come on, Bronx, man. Like, you piss me off, and I'm going for the team against you. How have you had, like, you are down underneath 60% completion rate as well. This game's completion rate from both these teams is just wild. Now, Kieran Foran's been on the back burner to retire for a very long time now, to be fair, mate. Best Sports says, BK was in the blue squad last game, by the way. I know. So that's going to be halftime here, and it's going to be 14, and we're going to go through the stats. We're going to go through the stats, and I want you guys to realise you're about to see some bad stats here from both these teams. Whether you're a Broncos fan or a Titans fan, this ain't going to be pretty. But halftime here, 14-2 to the Broncos. Obviously, guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. Let's get into it. This is just, horrific footy from both these teams. Possession-wise, like I said, score is 14-2 to the Broncos. Possession-wise, it's 60-40 to the Broncos, with 15 minutes 24 in possession and 10:06 for the Titans. So a whopping 5 minutes and 5 minutes and 18 seconds more than the Titans. A lot more football. Completion rate is just wow. 65% for the Broncos is pathetic, man. You have to be over 80%. 15 from 23 is not good enough, and the Titans were at 57%, which is just even worse. 11 from 19. It's 62% now for the Broncos. They're not at 65%, they're at 62%. 15 from 24. 15 from 24. And we've got people trying to say the Broncos are going to win the comp. You're 15 from 24 with a 62% completion rate against the Gold Coast Emerald Titans. It's 57% for the Titans at 11 from 19. You should be putting 40 on this team in the first half, which is what you did 5 weeks ago. You were up 28-0 at halftime against the Titans just a few weeks ago. It's astounding to me, this game. Attacking-wise, all runs, 94 for the Broncos, 69 there for the Titans. The Broncos were at 900 metres, the Titans were at 627 metres. So if you want to try and equate it, and because that's bad there for the Titans, it's not too bad there for the Broncos, but it's underneath the 10 metres per run average that you usually look for. So if you want to try and put the Titans on a similar level with the Broncos, that's 69 to 94. That is 79, 89 to 25 runs in separating. So 10 metres per run would be 250 metres. 626, 726, 826. That'd be 876. So that'd be about 24 metres behind what the Broncos are at right now. If you give them the 10 metres per run to equate it out. So the Broncos are still in front there, but not by a significant amount. The metre gain is very similar there between the two teams. Post-contact is 264 to the Broncos, 204 to the Titans. Regardless, with the 25 runs to equate, you would be saying the Broncos are much in advance of the post-contact there, which is at least one benefit there for the Broncos. Line breaks is 2-0 for the Bronx. Tackle breaks is 21-10, so a very typical Titans defensive game where they've given up a lot of tackle breaks. That is not good. Broncos are actually doing pretty well in regards to limiting the missed tackles. But it's surprising considering with the Broncos because I'm surprised they're only actually on 21, but the Titans have been making a lot of tackles within that defensive 20. Average set distance, now anything under 25, you cut the stream at half time. 25 to 30 metres on an average set distance is, you wouldn't even spit at it. 30 to 35 is underwhelming. 35 to 40 is average, expected, it's okay. 40 to 45 is fantastic, is great. 45 to 50 is fantastic, and 50 plus is incredible, it's perfect. The Titans are running at 32.98 metres on an average set distance, which is not good. It's underwhelming. It's on the mid-range of the, one second here. It's on the mid-range of the underwhelming area. They're not making a great deal of metres on an average set distance. And with the Broncos, they're only at 37.51. Now, that's on the mid-range of a average, expected, okay, average set distance. Neither team is getting an amazing amount of metres. The Broncos do have about 5 odd metres more than the Titans on an average set, but it's nothing out of this world. Like, it's just exactly where they're expected at, the midpoint of an average area. Kick return metres 100 to the Broncos, 48 to the Titans. Play the ball speed is very slow here for the Broncos. 3.72 seconds is extremely slow, whilst the Titans are at 3.4, which is pretty average. It's getting to the slower marker, but it's pretty average there for the Titans. Offloads wise, give me one sec. As you guys know, I'm sick today, so that's why I keep having to mute. So I apologise. Offloads is 3-1 to the Broncos. Dummy pass is 13-0 to the Bronx. Force dropouts, 1-0 Broncos. Kick defusal is actually impressive for both teams here. 100%. That's really impressive for both teams. Defensively, they're both defending at a very similar rate here. So anything above 88% to 90% is the marker where you want to be averaging a flat line. 90% above is perfect. and a fantastic defensive effective tackle percentage. The Titans are at 87.56%, which is just under the marker. The Broncos are at 88.44%, which is just above the marker, but they're both at a very similar defensive effective tackle percentage rate. Titans have 169 tackles made for 21 missed tackles and 3 ineffective, so they've got a lot of missed tackles, but they're limiting the ineffective tackles. So they've got 24 bad tackles in the first half, and you mix that up with the 169 tackles made. It's okay. It's still not hitting the marker, but it's okay there for the Titans, and they have had a lot of good scramble. But the Broncos with the 88.44%, like I said, they're just inside the marker. 130 tackles made for 10 missed tackles and 7 ineffective. So they're limiting the missed tackles, but they're bumping up the ineffective to bring them up to the 17 bad tackles across the first half. And the reason why it's a little bit better, but not too drastically better there with the 17 comparatively with the 24 for the Broncos to the Titans, is because obviously there's 39 tackles made less for the Broncos than the Titans because they've had more ball. So defensively, both teams aren't playing awfully. Both teams aren't playing spectacularly. They're very similar there around the 88% mark. Negative play. What the fuck? Negative play is just like, hey, Knights fans, Roosters fans, you might get beaten. You may get beaten today from both teams. You may get beaten. What the hell am I looking at? Errors wise, the most errors in a game this season from one team was 17. Was 17 by the Knights and also the Roosters at one stage against the, I can't remember who the Roosters did against, but the Knights did against the Tigers. It's 9 Broncos errors to 8 errors for the Titans at halftime. We have seen 17 errors in this game so far. That's nearly half of the game. We have nearly seen an error per minute in this game so far across both these teams. And this is why we criticise. This is why we say this game is abhorrent. You know, the first Broncos try comes off the back of solid play of getting over the line and just pushing it across. The second Broncos try that was a breakaway was off of the back of a mistake from Brian Kelly on the attack. So it's not a defensive conceding try for the Titans. It was conceding a try from the attack. And this is the issue. Both these teams have not been good today. But the Broncos, being on the higher part of the table with the better team on paper, this is why they're still in the lead here at 14-2. Because they're still able to score that try through mentality, and then you're going to see the Titans make a mistake like they did with BK on the left-hand side, which allowed them to break away. And as soon as they broke away, we all knew that the Titans players would cut across to where the player is, and there's going to be space out there because you always just pass it out wide. Once that tackle's been made, you pass it out wide, and they're going to score on the other side. But 9 errors to 8 Broncos' way is dreadful. Penalties conceded is 3-2 Broncos. Inside 10 metres is 3-0 Titans, and on reports is 2-0 Titans. So, yeah, look, you look across this game, the stats are not favourable for anyone here. But the Broncos and Titans' completion rate is pathetic. Yeah, they've got a lot more time with the ball. It's a very similar run meter stat line if they've got the same amount of ball. Line breaks 2-0. Yeah, they're getting more tackle breaks, but like overall, it really is an average stat line for both these teams. And that 9-8 penalty error count, is out of this world. It's out of this world. Usually, you'll see the bad teams with an error count of about 6 or maybe 7. 6 or maybe 7 at halftime, not 8 or 9. So that should tell you everything you need to know. And Broncos fans, if you think I'm going too hard on your team, I'm really not. Like I'm saying the same thing about the Titans. 8 error count is just not good enough either. So yeah, look, it's half time and 14-2 the Broncos. You're going to need to have a much better performance against other teams here, Broncos. That's for sure. Bretton says Titans are still in this if the Broncos keep their errors up. Yeah, but the Titans are keeping their errors up too. So it's like, sure, you're not wrong, but the Titans are keeping their errors up as well. Oh, really? Okay, says props to the Broncos, but we are definitely beating ourselves. Agree. But then again, the Broncos against a better team would be beating themselves as well. Mr. Burgess says, Kieran, I already read that comment. Sunday night game final was. Yikes. Thailand says, such a painful watch of both teams, I'm sure. Oh, painful, mate. Crippy says, just saw a stat saying that the top 4 teams right now, all the okay, yeah, you're about 3 weeks too late to the party. Augustine says, Broncos will win this game. Yep, no shit, Sherlock. They are in 5th position compared to the Titans who are in 17th position. Titans have no expectations on them for this game, but we have fun with it. Best Sports says, would you rather the Walker brothers or Brad Arthur? I'd rather Brad Arthur. I think Brad Arthur gets disrespected way more than he should be. I think Brad Arthur, despite having some lean years at the Eels, and yes, he obviously got sacked in the end, at the end of the day, he took a club that has been extremely unsuccessful for over 40-odd years now, to a grand final and to multiple prelims and to multiple final series in the early 2020s. So I think that Brad Arthur is disrespected way too much. Does that mean I want him necessarily at the Titans? Maybe not necessarily, but I would probably take him over the Walker brothers. With that being said, though, whether it's experience or not experience, it never works out on the Gold Coast. So I don't really give a shit who's the coach anymore. I really don't. Because you bring in Des for the experience and fantastic. What's that done for us? You bring in Justin Holbrook, who is mid-experienced, and what did that do for us? You bring in Garth Brennan, who wasn't experienced, and what did that do for us? You know, so no matter what, with the no experience, the mid-experience, or the extremely experienced, none of them worked. So it's like people can insult the Walker brothers all they like. Yes, I don't necessarily believe in them, but at the end of the day, I would honestly get Tomo from the damn well Bottle-O at Burleigh Waters to come in and coach this team, because at this point, we've gone through a coach of every different caliber and it's never worked out at any level. So get Tomo from the Bottle-O in if we need to, but I'm not going to sit and shit on the Walker brothers or Brad Arthur or anyone on the basis that I don't think this is a coaching problem at the Titans. I think that no one within wants to look at themselves and say, hey, maybe we're just shit at our job. Maybe we're just shit with this organisation. Maybe we are the ones who make the incorrect decisions. It's always a coach's fault. Always a coach's fault with this club. So, no, I think that there is a lot more, far deeper issues than the coach at this club. But, yeah, I know you're watching. There's a lot more problems than just the coach. Brenton says Grassy McGrath could be on for a big game. Grassy McGrath is on for a big game already. He's on 17 times touching the ball. 17 times. I might just quickly go blow my nose, lads, and then come back. Like I said, I am quite sick right now, so I am streaming and doing my best. But just give me a few moments here, guys. So obviously hit that like button and subscribe if you are new around here, and I'll be back in about like 2 minutes time. Appreciate ya. All right, we're back. We're back. Richard says Broncos win this game tonight. Well, you damn well hope so, mate. You've got 9 errors at halftime, but we've both been dreadful. My heart is slowly breaking every week. See, the thing is, Cal Jazz, I say this to you. Fuck the football. I say this every week. Who cares about the football? It's not about the football. At the end of the day, leave the football before the football leaves you. That doesn't mean that I won't still support this team. And I won't still support this community. Because I think it's all about people like yourself. And I think it's all about the people who watch these games and still turn up and still watch, no matter where you are in the world. You are just as relevant as anybody else who still picks himself up and mentally invests themselves, or emotionally and physically and financially invests himself into this team. So I don't care about the football. I want the team to win because I know what it means for the community. But at the end of the day, I take my passion through the community's happiness and through the community being together, win, lose or draw, rather than the actual results. Because at this point, you know, the club has never given us a reason for anything else besides that. Chiba says fun game. Fun game if you like bad football, for sure. What are paradas? It's kind of recent stag so I can win. No. Brenton says, Tomo from the Bottle-O, give the boys a few whiskies. Mate, give them a few whiskies, mate.
Ah, exactly right, Kamala. Just in case you missed it, tell them, Kamala, moments all day, son. Get that up, you Blues fans. Regardless of what the Titans are doing, slap them. Blues fans, slap ya. Slap ya. You got slapped on Wednesday. Oh my gosh, it makes me sick how slapped you got. You slapped, man. You got slapped in Sydney. Oh my gosh. Forget the damn well Titans and Broncos. Let's talk about Queenslander, mate. Someone says, love the 5-year-old kid's cactus painting. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. I did it myself. Yeah. Where's the cactus? Yeah, no, I did it myself, buddy. Welcome to Vietnam. This is kind of the art you see over here, man. This is the art you see over here is... Well, there's a different one over there. Well, there you go. Anyway, second half start here. Titans get this ball off to the Broncos. Hit that like button, subscribe. We are live for normally every single game. Obviously today I've been very sick, so this is the only game I could get to today. We did 2 games yesterday and 1 game on Friday. But normally we get to every game. It's just I'm rough as guts at the moment. Rough as guts. Doesn't it say, sorry mate, Carlton got slapped on Thursday. Yeah, no, the Blues got slapped on Wednesday and then Carlton Blues got slapped on Thursday. So it's a very Blues-like thing to do, mate. Scoreboard, where are you, Jay? Oh no, Jay, did he forget, did he? Oh my gosh, Jay, get a grip of yourself. Get a grip of yourself, Jay. Deary me. Alright, so Broncos with the ball at the 50 on 4 tackle. So Watson says, disappointed in Tanner, only got 5 to 6 today, but that's 5 more than the rest of the Wires kickers this season. Correct. But also, secondly, don't ever lie on this channel again about him missing a kick, because it doesn't happen. Don't ever lie. And Jordan Ricky will grab it at the 15, and he'll give the ball back here to the Titans. Richard Ties Broncos will beat the grand final. Okay, Richard, I've got to be honest with you, mate. You've made 9 errors in the first half against the 17th place Titans. I don't think right now that your grand final aspirations are looking too red hot. But let's wait and see what they do next week against a team that's a lot better than the 17th place Titans. I don't even know who you play next week, to be fair. I'm sure you're not actually watching this game, because if you're watching this game, you wouldn't have so much confidence in a grand final berth, that's for sure. The Broncos next week actually have the bye. And then the week after that, they play the Eels. So you got a pretty easy run, actually. And then you got the Rabbitohs. Oh, you got a very easy run home. Oh, then the Storm in Melbourne. You win that game, I'll give you your premiership credentials. How about that? You win that game against the Storm in Melbourne, who you don't usually beat. You win that game, and I'll give you your premiership credentials. You ain't getting premiership credentials against the Titans, Rabbitohs, or the Eels, that's for sure. All right, so the Titans now to the right-hand side, and Jalen, the group will be taken down to the 40. Good. Queen says, great take, Richard. You were saying spoon bowl earlier on in this game, Queensland. Fifth tackle. Titans chasing it through nicely, but Reece Walsh will grab the ball here at the 10. Sport Talk says, I actually won't deal if I go into another spoon ball. Sport Talk, do you realise the Titans play the Tigers next week, and then the Titans play the Tigers in the last round of the season? That is 1,000,000,000% spoon bowl. 1,000,000,000% spoon bowl. 1,000,000,000%. Billion. Trillion. 1,000,000,000% spoon bowl. Quadrillion, mate. We have a spoon bowl central here, Titans, Tigers. Oh, that defense there from the Titans was abhorrent. It was abhorrent. Oh, Jalen the Greedy gave it a crack. It's going to be a Broncos try, but that defense from the Titans was so bad. Oh, man, you can't even deal with it. You're like, if you're a Titans fan, don't watch, mate. Don't watch. It's an embarrassment. Like, they're making whatever that was look good. Like, that defense was so bad, it makes me sick. Like, at least, was it Jalen the Groot chasing this across? Like, look at the laziness here on this left edge. Look at the laziness there on the left edge. That, like, it's just, that was really sad there from the Gold Coast. That was really, really sad. The defense from the Titans just then, that was really, really sad. Pathetic. So, 18-2, the Broncos did nothing spectacular. They just passed the ball. Philip Sammy just slips over. And Katoni stags away. You don't, like, it's pathetic, dude. Like, it really is pathetic. Olivia says, what's he going to be next in astronaut? Seth Watson says, there goes Olivia's boyfriend. Sport Talk says, as a Tigers fan, for some reason, we just can't beat the Titans. Well, you beat the Titans last year. You beat the Titans last year. But usually the Titans beat the Tigers, yeah. Yeah. Sean Capang says, do you think the Titans can win a premiership in the next 5 years? 5 years is a long time. 5 years is a long time. Like, to put it into perspective, the Broncos got the wooden spoon in 2020, and then we're in the grand final in 2023. The Bulldogs won the wooden spoon in 2021, and then they're as good as they are in 2024 and 2025. So that's a 3-year swing around for the most part of these clubs.
the Cowboys were, 16th in 2021, then in 2022 they made a prelim, and then they're back to 11th, and then they're back into the finals and whatnot. So 5 years is a long time. So do I think the Titans can win a cup in 5 years? From what I've seen, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I also respect that 5 years is a drastic amount of time in sport. So probably not is the answer to that. Definitely not within the next 3 years. Definitely not. Definitely not within the next... Well, like the only marker that you can really give in regards to rugby league and sport is within a 2-year frame. Because 3 years is kind of when you've seen the Bulldogs switch it around and the Broncos switch it around. Comparatively so. So yeah, no. 5 years too long to talk about. But 2-3 years I have significant doubts about. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mitchell says that game last year was on a win at all. The 18-10 at Leichhardt, yeah, it was pretty poor. But they just take it, man. Yeah, Zessie going to do better than that to get a reaction on me. Sebastian says, always a great idea, somersaults and backflips on a burn knee. Didn't he throw up last year with a somersault or something? Didn't he throw up? Everybody says he'll probably start vomiting again. There you go, yeah. He'll probably start vomiting again. Backflips make him sharp. That's right. So it's an 18-point game right now, 20-2 here to the Broncos. And AJ Brimson picks it up at the 15 and now at the 20. Kay says if they did it, it'd have to be the biggest club turnaround in history. No. Biggest turnaround in history would be probably... Like, you could argue the Sharks winning the Spoon a couple of years prior. Penalty to the Titans here at the 30. You could argue the Sharks, but then again, there's a lot of controversial salary cap, but also controversial drug issues with the Sharks for 2016 premiership. So it's like, they had a big turnaround from what they were at the beginning of the 2010s. However, there's a lot of kind of like shady shit that's hanging around that club. If the Broncos had won the grand final in 2023, then I would have argued them, but they didn't. Aside of that, I don't know what I would say is the biggest turnarounds. Maybe the Roosters becoming second last or last in like 2017 or something, 2016 or something like that, and then winning back-to-back grand finals in 2018-19 with Kipper Cronk, maybe. All right, so left-hand side to Kieran Foran. Kieran Foran gets off here to AJ Brimson, then off to BK. Brian Kelly. Don't pass it, Brian, for the love of God, mate. 20 metres out, third tackle. Oh, my gosh, he played the ball and no one was there for the play the ball. And that's going to be a penalty to the Titans. It wasn't a square marker. No, it was... I don't know. Sport Talk says, I'm generally curious how long my club has left for disappointment until they're actually moving the comp, being so serious. They're not going to remove any team from the comp, mate. They want a 20-team league by 2030. That's why they've brought in Perth. That's why they've got the Papua New Guinea team coming in. And they've got another team coming in by 2032, which is probably going to be the South Island New Zealand team. They don't want to remove any club. They're not going to give the Gold Coast up for the AFL, which is making some inroads right now. And I don't think they're going to be removing any club like the Tigers, which is Balmain and West merger. Out to the left-hand side now, Jaden Campbell, 10 metres out. He gives off to Jimmy Jolliffe, and Jimmy Jolliffe's third tackle, 5 metres away here from the line. And short play here from Sam Verrills. He's going to be 2 metres out, 4th tackle. 33 minutes left here of the game. And they've been very good on the line defence this year, the Broncos. Their line defence has been pretty solid for the most part. AJ Brimson kicks it through. Phil Sami! No, it's Jojo Fafita with the try. AJ's very good with those grubbers, and Jojo Fafita with the try time will bring the Titans back into the game here. Just 20-6 with the kick to come. I don't know why I thought that was Phil Sami, but it was Jojo Fafita coming through, and it will be a try time for the Titans. You know what? That looked like the Broncos were going to be able to get back and grab that one, but Jojo Fafita just put those afterburners on and just quickly snuck on through there for a Titans try. And AJ Brimson's very good at those grubbers. He's one of the best grubber kickers in the game, and that's what he's just done there. Josiah Katapani took way too long to see that play, and that's why Jojo Fafita had a pretty free run at the ball, and it's a brilliant little grubber there from Jojo Fafita. A brilliant grubber from AJ Brimson to Jojo Fafita. Seb Watson says 200 plus in here. Get around the like button or get out. Yeah, hit the thumbs up button. Hit the thumbs up button, you cats. Tasman says, I know the Roosters came last in 2009 and made the grand final in 2010. There you go. That's the biggest turnaround. But they didn't win, though. They didn't win. But you'd still probably say that's the biggest turnaround. Yeah, it is also free Sunday. Yeah, hitting the like button is free on Sunday. Blah, blah, blah says, hate the Sharkies. Only cheated the year before and year after they won, but the premiership is totally legit. Thank you, blah, 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 for clarifying. And they will get the kick. So it is 20-8. 12-point game here with 32 minutes to go here. The game will kick from JC, Jaden Campbell. Let's get it. Logan Balsick says, Cowboys 2021-2022 was a mad turnaround. It was, but 09-10 Roosters probably beats it out. But it was a good turnaround. There's also the Warriors, who were bottom 3 maybe in 2022, and then 2023 they made the prelim and lost to the Bronx. Someone says just finished work. How's the game going so far? Both teams are absolutely dreadful is the answer to that. The Broncos have had like 10 errors and the Titans have had like 8 errors. Should tell you everything you need to know. Completion rate for both teams is 65% and 66%. So, you know. Sorry, it's 9 errors to the Broncos, 8 errors to the Titans. It's been poor. It's been poor. But at least we're seeing some tries in the second half. And at least the Titans haven't been shut out. Because as a 17th place team, we had no expectations coming to this game today. Tino gives it off now to Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell gets it off to Jojo Fafita, and Jojo Fafita, he'll get this ball to the 25 on second tackle. Coolbane's comeback is on. I'd love to see it. Give us something to celebrate. Third tackle now at 35. But either way, like Broncos fans are going to be super concerned about how this performance has gone. They're going to be super concerned. Like Broncos fans, be honest with me. We're not even bantering. You've got to be seriously concerned about how they've performed in this first 50 minutes. There's a lot of time to go here in the 30 minutes for you to put a score past the Titans, but surely Broncos fans are sitting there thinking, what's going on here? Because you should have absolutely pumped him in the first half, and you should be doing a lot better than what you've done here in the second half as well, in my opinion. But again, I'd like to hear your opinion. Hold on. Sport Talk said, if only the Dolphins were in the comp when I was a kid, I would have been able to support a team 40 minutes from me and not be depressed every week for 15 years. Well, I had the opportunity to go over the Bronx, and I had the opportunity to go over the Bronx, didn't do it. But then again, I don't know if I would have been able to survive that grand final in 2015 and 2023 for the Bronx. As a content creator, that's poor defense. You know, like, and this is what I'm talking about, lads. Like, Josiah kind of party breaking through for a 40-metre gain there is nothing but just pathetic from the Titans. Like, congratulations. It's great that Dave has been able to stop him there and AJ Brimson stops him in the end. But, like, come on. Like, that was just poor. So, Broncos now on third tackle. They get that ball out of the right-hand side. And at least BK was able to grab him before he gets away. Fourth tackle at 25. 30 minutes to go here of the game, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. They go to the left-hand side to Adam Reynolds. Reynolds off to Paddy Carrigan. Carrigan at the back now to Reece Walsh. Reece Walsh off to Ezra Mam. Ezra Mam steps and good tackle there from JC, Jaden Campbell. Fifth tackle now to 20. I give it to Reece Walsh. He'll kick that ball over the top there. And that's going to be knocked back. I think that's going to be a dropout. I don't know how much Shibasaki touches this. I think it's just going to be a dropout here. I don't think Shibasaki touched it. We couldn't really see. Steve just didn't go to the game. Steve, mate, you've been here for how long now? You don't realise I've been in India, Thailand, and now Vietnam? I haven't gone to a game all season. Yeah, no, Shibasaki didn't touch that. I haven't been to a game all season, mate. You've been here well and surely enough to understand that I haven't been to a single Titans game or rugby league game this year at all. So, short dropout here from the Titans. It does go 10. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It was contestable, but it will be Broncos ball here at the 10. Very close. Steve says Haslett getting canned soon, sure, but it's not going to happen after this game if he gets a win here. But if they lose here, it could be today. Someone said, in terms of just sport turnaround, Leicester finishing 17th. Yeah, sure, but we're talking rugby league here, man. So Broncos now, Jordan Ricky at 5 metres out here from the line. Broncos, you got to score here. Like, you just got to. They're 5 metres out. The Titans defensively this year have been abhorrent. Ben Hunt is a 6 again. And there's a chance here. They'll be held up over the lines. They'll have to come back out of the 10. It'll be first tackle. Don't check it, ref. Take him out of the 10. It's not a try. Okay, no, he was just blowing the whistle to take him out of the 10. Okay, good. Ben says Bronchokes, and I hope they choke again today. That's my opinion. I hope so. But either way, both teams have been poor. Olivia says it's worrying. As a Broncos fan, yeah, I can get it. So many pretenders in the comp this year. I agree, Sport Talk. I agree. And another 6 again here for the Broncos. You have to score here, Bronx. So truly. Reece Walsh, he'll be 5 metres away from the line. 5 metres out, first tackle. Ben Hunt off to Adam Reynolds. Reynolds to Ezra Mam. Ezra Mam all the way over the top there. Just like a party for him to not go out, but he does go out over the sideline. Come on, Gold Coast. Good shit, Jojo and Jalen. Good shit. Good shit. That was a bad pass there from the Broncos to Josiah Party that forced him to jump into the air, slowed him down, and then Jalen DeGroot and Jojo Feeder were able to come across and take him over the sideline. Yeah, the pass just wasn't good. It was actually impressive that he stayed in bounds beforehand, but as he cuts back in, he was always getting taken over. So Titans will get first tackle now at the 20 through Chris Randall. It's only a 12-point game here. David says, are we counting the Western Suburbs Subway Cleaners Wooden Spoon in 1933, Premiers in 1934? Stop it. Don't even bother pretending to bring that to the table. Don't even bother pretending to bring that to the table, my friend. Tino now at the 35, third tackle. West Magpies went from Premiers in 1952 to Wooden Spoons in 1953. Again, that is just, buddy, nowhere close to being relevant. Sam Verrills, AJ Brimson, great offload there. And Bo Firma, he gets away from one, he gets away from two. He gets the offload away back to AJ Brimson. They get it across here to Tino, but the numbers are all over here for the Broncos. And Tino will get another offload away to Jaden Campbell. And Jaden Campbell's still going. Now he'll be taken down to the 50 on 4 tackle. You've called hell to the 50 and they're back at the 45, referee. Control it. Sam Verrills off to Mwaki Fodawaker. Haven't been too impressed with Mo's post-contact at all here today. Max Watson says, I've seen your take on how the Titans' problem is more on the organisation rather than the players. Correct. What do you reckon the current squad of players is capable of under a different organisation? Well, no, the players directly come down onto the organisation. So the players are a part of the issue, but ultimately it was the organisation who decided the issue. Ultimately it was the organisation who decided who the players are to come into. When Des Hasler came in at the beginning, I remember Steve saying, we've got a team that we can win a comp with here from Justin Holbrook's team. I don't want you to make too many changes. We're just going to utilise the team that we've got and you're not going to make too many changes. So it's like, okay, the organisation's making the decisions, not Des then, right? Because they're not allowing him to make the changes that he wants because the Titans organisation believes they've already got a premiership with the team that they've already got. So it's like, well, you've promised us 2 premierships in the men's and 2 premierships in the women's by 2030. Well, how's that going to 2025 organisation? So the organisation are ultimately at blame for literally everything. You know, they're happy to blame content creators who go to every single game. They're happy to blame players. They're happy to blame injuries. Well, you're the reason for the fact that there is no depth to cover the injuries. You are the ones who make the decision. Not us, not the fans, not the players, not anybody. You make the decision of who the players who are going to come in as the second man. So it's nobody's fault besides the organisation. So that's my issue. That's why I say, look, Des can be part of the problem, but he's not the problem. The problem is the people in charge that have made decisions to get us to the point that we are at today. And if people disagree with my thought process here in regards to Gold Coast Titans, feel free to utilise the chat there. Feel free to utilise it. Tell me how I'm incorrect in my thought process with that one. Third tackle, now for the Titans to the 45. Third tackle. Ibrahim says, Casey, they're first, mate. What do you reckon? What do you mean? Titans 25, Spooners 2026 pre-prems. We're not going to come spoon. Mate, we're first place. Sam Verrills, good run. Sam Verrills nearly breaks away here. 4 tackle at 38. 25 minutes to go here the game. Glebe readmitted into the NRL 2030. Okay, you're drunk. So Jaden Campbell now at 30 on fit tackle. Fafita comes off for Campbell Gillard. 30 metres out. Sam Verrills off to Kieran Foran. And Foran now whacks it up. Tino's chasing. Why is he the only one chasing here? And then BK didn't even try to make an attempt at it. Come on, man. Make an attempt at the ball. Put pressure on. Look at what Eliesa Katoa does. Where's one of our back rowers putting pressure on the ball there? Gee whiz, hold on one sec. Where's a player like Eliesa Katoa? You've seen it with players, you know, from William Kickout did it yesterday too. Why are we not seeing back rowers for the Titans putting them pressure like that? Why is it Tino, the front row forward / lock, that's putting the pressure on? Why is BK not making a chase there? That's the issue. And now fit tackle here for the Broncos at the 30. Good defensive set there from the Titans. Good defensive set. Tasey says, I would love to see Cameron Smith get involved with the Titans since he lives there. Sure, but I don't know how heavily mentally invested he would be. For example, Mal Meninga was in Canberra when he was signed with the Titans. And we saw how well that linked up for the Gold Coast. And I don't know how much Cameron would like to get heavily involved when he is heavily involved with the Queensland setup. Second tackle here, and Bowie Firma. Third tackle at the halfway point. Good meters here. At least they're inside the attack and half. Wasn't Cam Smith meant to some of the Titans in 2021, but bitched it? Yeah, fair call. No, I think it was just media. Bowie Firma. Gives it off to Jojo. Fafita. Go, Jojo. Go, Jojo. Go, Jojo. Go, Jojo. Go, Jojo. Boom. What a bitch. Come on, Jojo. Come on, mother bitch. Come on, mother bitch. Where's your grip phone now? Come on. 20-12 with a kick to come. Let's go. Huge run from Bowie Firma. Huge run from Bowie Firma there, son. Let's go. 20-12. Kick to come to Gold Coast. Bring it back within 6. Kieran Form with a beautiful pass there to Jaden Campbell. And Jaden Campbell with an even better pass. Short ball to Bowie Firma, who gives that ball across then to Jojo Fafita. And once Jojo got around, and where's Weesey Peasy? Jojo been the bright spot of our season this year. Jojo's been one of the most underrated players in many years now. I put him on the same level of Daniel Tupou. I was Chris Randall, not Bo Firma, sorry. It was Chrissy Randall. Great run from Chris Randall. Take it back. Great run from Chrissy Randall, not Bowie Firma. Great run from Chrissy Randall. And the pass from Chris, perfect to Jojo. Now we just need Jaden Campbell to make the kick and bring it back within 6. 5th try double, second against the Broncos. Come on, boys. At least they're giving us something to cheer, you know. Noisy Farang, room 35. I don't think they say Farang here in Vietnam. I know they say Farang in Thailand, but I don't think. Actually, Jake, can you Google what, the equivalent of Farang here for Vietnam is? So Farang in Thailand, guys, is basically like white guy, like a foreigner. Lagan says, Dave Fee should be doing way more, nowhere near Mill. He's been injured for a while, but sure. I feel like kick pressure and contesting is such a big game-changing thing every game, yet the worst teams just don't do it, and I can't for the life of me understand why not. I agree. Elias Katoa is incredible at it. He's brilliant. He puts pressure on the receiving team. Half the time will come up with it himself. He wants to grab the ball. Elias Katoa wants it, and that's why it's so beautiful to see. All right, 22 minutes left to go of the game here. It's a 6-point game. Jaden Campbell does get the kick. Titans were down 20-2 here to your grand final, apparently Brisbane Broncos. And it's 20-14 Brisbane. Plenty of time left to go here. Moe Fodawaker, here's a good run. That's what we want to see, Moe. That's what we want to see. He goes to ground 2 at the 13, doesn't get taken back. We'd love to see that from Moe Fodawaker. Casey says, let's go 6-point game. Come on, Titans, we can steal this one. I'm just happy that we're competing in the game, mate. I'm just happy we're in the game. And penalty Gold Coast. Come on, boys. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Try, Thai. Pronounced Thai. Okay, Thai. A6 Angles is rolling up a nice bit of green for this comeback. 66-20 final score. Mate, 52 points in the last 21 minutes, you reckon? All right. Regan Campbell-Gillard now, first tackle. Oh, my gosh. 20 minutes to go here in the game, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Tina with the ball. He's at the 30. Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell at the back now to AJ Brimson. And Brimson's going to be 20 metres out of the line. Second tackle. Come on. Yeah, no, I realize what you're saying, Joe. Second tackle, 20 metres out, 20 minutes to go. Thumbs up, subscribe. Out to Jaden Campbell. Jaden Campbell to Tino, and Tino is now going to be 15 metres away, 13 metres away, fourth tackle. 10 metres away with the post contact. Come on, here we go. They give it to Sam Verrills. Verrills gives it to AJ Brimson. Brimson, short ball. Chris Randall. Oh, my gosh, he's fired up in the second half, Chrissy. Fourth tackle, short ball. Oh, it's a knock on Broncos. Come on, Gold Coast. Pass the ball quickly. Go out left, go out left, go out left. Oh, pass the ball quickly. The Broncos have lost all their players. Knock on Broncos. 0 tackle for the Gold Coast. 3 minutes out. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Kieran Foran to Mo. 6 again. 3 metres out from the line. First tackle. 0 tackle for the Gold Coast. 3 out. Tino. He tries a short play. Oh, he's half a metre short here. First tackle for the Gold Coast. Tino rolls it back here to Sammy Verrills. Verrills at the back here to Kieran Foran. Jaden Campbell over the top here. Not the play from Jaden Campbell. What the hell, JC? On first tackle. Come on, bro. Jaden Campbell, what are you doing, dude? Like, the Broncos aren't winning this game at this point. It's because the Titans are doing it to themselves. Like, look at that. Like, what are you doing, JC? That pass was never, ever, ever, ever on. That pass was just so basic. The Broncos didn't have to do anything. They just had to reach up and grab it. But that's not even on Mariner, Olivia. That's not even on Mariner. That's on Jaden Campbell. And then they give away a penalty. And Reece Walsh is going to break away here. He's going to give a short ball here to Ezra Mam. Don't let this piece of shit score. And he'll be taken out at the 35 first tackle. It's not even on Dean Mariner, that. All he had to do was reach up and do this. Like, the Jaden Campbell pass was just abhorrent. So Xavier Willison now second tackle here at the 25. Can't believe that pass from Jaden Campbell. Never, ever on first tackle too. And now 15 metres away on third tackle for the Broncos. Oh, you got to kind of go back and blame JC if they find... I know he didn't give away the penalty. Oh, okay. I've got to be honest with you. It's on JC. I've got to be honest with you. That's completely and utterly 100% on JC. And I love the guy. I love JC. But what the fuck is that pass, JC? You know, we're down by 6 points. We're in the attacking line, and he literally just floats the ball directly to a Broncos winger that's literally just standing there. And the Broncos go about 20 metres, receive a penalty, take a quick tab, and then they score immediately. This game is on the Titans. It's on the Titans because of dumb shit. Tina's complaining about something. But it's insane to me how they've thrown that away because the Titans were absolutely in the game and then just completely throw it away themselves individually. Like, honestly, it's outrageous. It's outrageous. It's outrageous what the Titans do. Broncos, you've got a lot of soul searching to do going into games, not the Eels and Rabbitohs, because you've got an easy couple of games. But you play the Storm like you've played this game today, you're going to get beaten by 50 points. If you go down to Melbourne in 3 weeks' time and you play like this, you're going to get slapped. We have both been awful today, but that is disgraceful there from the Titans in an attacking for 20 position. Attacking 20 and they do that. Dead set. Dead set. Anyway, it's only going to be a 12-point game regardless, but it's like, bro, I can understand the Titans being awful in 17th, but a team that's in 5th position, you shouldn't be playing as poorly as this. You shouldn't be playing as poorly as this. We'll be napping all game. Absolutely, Olivia. You know, it's on the back. 2 of the tries are quite literally on the back of Titans just being ridiculous and being a 17th place team. You know, truly. So 17 minutes to go here in the game. It's 26-14 in the Bronx. Like, the game's still on. Like, the game's still well and truly there to be won by either team. But it's just like, come on, man. You got better than that, Jaden. Ibby says, brother, how on earth are we going to beat the Storm? I expected to come back to a 30-point lead and came back to this. Absolutely, and the Titans were close to being able to tie the game up just then. But that's not the issue. The issue here is that both these teams have made a ridiculously dreadful amount of errors. 11 errors to the Broncos and 10 errors to the Titans. The completion rates have been pathetic. The issue is that you go and say, the Titans, it makes sense. It's understandable. They're in 17th position and can't get a win to save their lives at the moment. The Broncos are in 5th/6th position right now. 6th because the Panthers won today, but 5th if they win this game here today. So they're in 6th, going on 5th position here. How have you been struggling to a team like the Gold Coast Titans in their current situation? So that's the biggest issue. You can see it with the Titans. You shouldn't be able to see it with the Broncos there. Third tackle now for the Broncos at the 25. Ryan says, young player, brain fade, thinking he's a superstar. It's a team game. I agree, Ryan, but it's just like, you know, we've seen this for so many years, and I'm not even blaming JC. Like, that issue was on JC just there, and this is a team-wide thing that's happened for many years now. But I get you trying, and you're trying to win the game, but, like, it's just, there was never an option there. Like, if you're going to be the starting halfback for a club, you need, that was really under 14 shit. And it's literally taken the game from a 6-point to a tie to now down by 12. It's a 12-point swing. It goes from a Titans try, or potential try, into a Broncos try, and they go back up by 12. Again, the game is still on, but you've got to criticise it and say, JC, you're going to be doing way better than that. It's not like this is your first rodeo. But, oh man, it's just so frustrating. Either way, though, like, both teams are going to have a look at themselves. So it's going to be Titans now get this ball here to the 50 on third tackle. And Sam Verrills now, he'll go out to the left-hand side to Brian Kelly. Please, Brian, don't do anything stupid. He'll be taking down the third. Oh, he's lost the ball. You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh, mate. You gotta laugh. If you don't laugh, you cry, Brian. If you don't laugh, you'll cry, Brian Kelly. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. Remove that account. Moderators, remove that account. Nova says, calm Bronx, score one more. Kate says, big eyes, we need to calm down in moments like this, like that. We rush it and try to force it, and it always leads to bullshit like that. Please remove the Steve Mitchell account in the chat, moderators. One, I know Steve wouldn't be here, but also two, it's just dog shit. All right, so 15 minutes to go here in the game, and they'll be taken down here at the 42. They go right-hand side. And now the Broncos will be second tackle here at the 50. 14.5 minutes to go here in the game. Xavier Willison now. He'll be 43 metres out in third tackle. Brenton says, BK bloody hell, mate. Like, honestly, it's 4 crucial things he's done that's impacted this game negatively for the Gold Coast. Reece Walsh gets the offload away to Adam Reynolds. And Broncos, Ricky will be at the 38. And it's going to be 4 tackle now, 35 metres away with the post contact. All right, out the back net, Adam Reynolds. Reynolds off to Reece Walsh. And it'll be 30 metres out from the line, fit tackle. I don't know what that play was from Reece. He grabbed his hammy there briefly. I don't think it's bad, but he grabbed his hammy there briefly and is still looking at it. And back play, knock on there for the Broncos. And Titans will get 0 tackle now. I don't know why you're even trying to strip this ball here, man, because it's going to be Titans ball anyway, Katoni. All right, so Titans 0 tackle at the 15. And BK gets it across there. Here's a quick pass. JC, you had the play in the right-hand side, man. Oh, JC's had a rough one, dude. JC, you got to see the fact that you had a 4-on-2 out on the right-hand side just then, JC. Mate. Largan says BK straight out, just nowhere near the NRL standard. Hasn't been there since 2022. He's rocks and diamonds, man, but the issue is, like, he was selected for the New South Wales extended squad in Game 3, dude. So third tackle now for the Titans at the 35. 13 minutes to go here in the game. Sam Verrills gives it across to Mikey Fodawaker. Fodawaker at the back now. Quick passing. Gives it off here to Georgia Fafita. No, Phil Sami, sorry. I'm all over the shop. And it'll be at the 45 Titans side of the field. Oh, 6 again. 0 tackle. Okay, we like that. Titans, first tackle, the 45 through Bowie Firma. Olivia says, Richard, I swear if you jinx. Second tackle now for the Titans. They're going to be 35 metres away from the line. Slubber says, either way, Titans win. They don't have to go back to a shithole like Brisbane. It's true. And Brian Kelly, he'll be 25 metres away from the line. Please don't do anything silly here, BK. Third tackle, 25 out. Sam Verrills gives it off here to AJ Brimson. Brimson at the back now to Kieran Foran. Kieran Foran, short ball. Jaden Campbell, go JC, come on. Taking out the 20. I don't hate his effort, but I do hate the outcome. Cleese Haas goes at himself. He's going to be 10 metres away, fit tackle. Now fit tackle, good run, Sam Verrills, short ball back here. Oh, forgot another knock on here from the Gold Coast. Oh my gosh, it's not even a forced error. Like, it's not even a forced pressure error. You know, like, it's not even a forced pressure error. This is the biggest issue you find with this Titans team. They're not making errors on the Broncos. The Broncos are not forcing errors. They're just dropping the ball in the middle of Timbuktu in Africa. We're playing in Senegal right now. We're playing in Senegal while the Broncos are debatably at Seabass there at Burleigh Buddy Bears Stadium. What the shit are we dropping the ball in a situation like this? You're a professional rugby league team, lads. You're meant to be a professional rugby league team. Dead set, man. Like, is it 50% completion rate or what? We've had 11 errors in this game. What's the completion rate at? Oh, it's not 50%, but 67%, lads. Come on, mate. Like, and the Broncos are just the exact same. They're the exact same amount. Dude. You guys are lucky you played a team like the Titans today. You're lucky you played a team as poor as we are. AJ will let that ball bounce and it will go dead, so it's a good leave there from AJ. Tempo says, the errors piss me off more than the defence, honestly. Absolutely. Again, we've conceded 2 tries today off of attack. Remember that. It's currently 14-14 off of the defence. If you're talking about off of the attack, the Titans have conceded 2 tries from their own attack. 2 tries. So if you're talking defensively, it's 14-14. And the 2 tries off of the attack means an error came to provide the Broncos with a breakaway. That's the issue. Yes, Ryan, I'm very sick, mate, yeah. You sick, Blaze, props to Streamwell sick dedication. Yeah, no, I've been very sick today, mate, but we do our best to support our team and watch the games here on the channel. Jojo steps inside, and it's going to be third tackle at the 40. Third tackle for the Titans at the 40. 10 minutes to go here the game, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. We'll have the Gal versus Sonny Bill fight this week, plus also we'll be streaming all the games next week. Fourth tackle now at the 35. That's why I keep muting, Ryan. Like it's without trying. That's great that they're trying, man, but that doesn't, like, trying is BK, 8 metres out from the line, fit tackle. I'll reply to that trying comment in a second. They give it to Kieran Foran. Kieran Foran will kick that ball up. Oh, the Broncos will catch it and go. Okay, let me reply to this trying comment. So, I know they try every game. They try every game. So what, are we meant to sit here and not criticise what we're seeing here today from both teams because they're trying? Is that what you're suggesting here, Lockie? Is that what you're suggesting? Are we meant to forgive and forget about all the situations we've seen? Again, the club is in last place. Last place. They've finished fourth last 3 years in a row. What the fuck am I meant to do and sit here and pretend like it's all gravy, baby, because they're trying? Sure, they're trying, but at the end of the day, so are the Raiders who are in first, so are the Storm who are in second, so are the Bulldogs who are in third. At the end of the day, the Titans have never been successful. So we are going to sit here and complain. We are going to sit here and criticise because it is what we're watching right now. We have watched the Titans make 11 errors today. 11 errors. They're getting up close to the Knights and the Roosters and whatnot. They are going to sit in last again. I love this club just as much as the next bloke does, but that doesn't mean that they're being hidden from being criticised. They absolutely deserve the criticism. Both of these teams today have been horseshit in regards to errors. Both of these teams today have been problematic for themselves. But at the end of the day, it would be 14-14 without the fact that the Titans have made errors on the attack that have conceded tries from their own attack rather than their own defence. So it's going to be criticised, Lockie. It's going to be criticised. Your opinion is fine as long as that's what you actually meant. But like your opinion is fine, and that's okay. But I have to sit here and I have to commentate and tell you guys what my thoughts are of the game. And my thoughts is that they've been trying every game for years now, but that doesn't turn into results. And we need to start seeing results on the Gold Coast because it's been 15 years of no results. And the club expects you to be grateful for 2021 when there were 4 wins underneath a 50-50 record. All right, so fit tackle now for the tackle for the Titans at the 45. Sam Verrills to Jaden Campbell. No, that was fit tackle. JC whacks that ball up into the air. And, oh, no, that's going to be a penalty to the Broncos. Cleese. Cleese. Breton says, if you don't criticise, nothing changes. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Except the Cowboys game, we were in it, but shot ourselves in the foot time and time again. Absolutely. Like, look at that. Look at that. Again, it was a 6-point game. Titans have come back from 22 down to 20-14 down. They're on the attack 15 metres out, and JC was trying, but passed a really basic intercept that ultimately went up the other end of the field for a try to the Broncos. So I don't even the boys wouldn't even disagree with what I'm saying with this club right now. They wouldn't disagree. They wouldn't disagree. Nothing is changing either way. The Titans are making changes, but not because of people like myself. So first tackle now with the Broncos at the 45, and now they'll be taken down here at the 40 on the Titans side of the field, second tackle. Cambrose, I feel bad for Des, man. Yeah, he probably does lose his job. He probably does. As it says, hold on, let's see this again. This is such a good game, isn't it, fans of the Bronx? If you think this was a good performance here from the Broncos, then I've got some bad news for you, mate. You ain't winning no premiership anytime soon. Completion rate around the 70%. Yikes. You've given up 24 missed tackles as well. Your defensive effective tackle percentage is worse than the Titans right now with 24 missed tackles and 17 ineffective. You've made more errors with 13 errors to 12 with the Broncos. If this has been a good performance from the Broncos, I'm not going to tell you that I'm not going to sit here and insult you, but I'm going to say you don't know what you're watching. Like the Broncos have been a better team than the Titans, but it doesn't take too much with what we've seen from the Titans today. Second tackle now at the 45. No, it's first tackle. And 6 again here for the Titans, the 45. Max, thank you, Broncos. Give me the win. I collect my winning tips tomorrow. There you go. Jaden Campbell on 0 tackle. It's a good run there from JC. He'll be 40 metres out. At least we're winning. Correct, T-Boss, but you're playing against 17th position. So the thing is that you are winning and you are going to win the game, but that doesn't mean that you can't be critical of how you've performed in the game. It's just like the Bulldogs won yesterday, but you're going to be critical about how they played against the Cowboys. It's about being a true fan. Being a true fan is being able to recognise your faults while still being able to support them. And you are supporting the Broncos, but you have to recognise that this hasn't been a good performance from the Broncos. You know, at the end of the day, it was 14-14 based off of defensive efforts for both these teams. The Titans have made 2 errors in the line. BK out to the left-hand side and now taken down to the 20. So it's like, it's not saying that you're not a good fan because you criticise your team, but it is saying that you're not able to look at the realistic value of how the teams have performed in this game if you think the Broncos have played well. They played better than the Titans, but the Titans have also played dreadful. So it's not much to say that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Again, support your team how you like, but that's how I will say. So fifth tackle now for Kieran Foran at the 15. And here's a chance here. No one even close. And it'll be Broncos to get the ball to 1. Addy says we got scammed today. All predicted try scorers didn't hit. Reese probably would have been one predicted try scorer, no? Everyone says T-Boss, but you aren't first, are you? Well, that's a good point. Titans aren't first. Oh, man, I'm so sick, man. But we've gotten through the game, at least. We've gotten through the game. Richard says, let the Broncos win the game. Mate, they're going to win the game. I don't know what you want me to reply to that. So, Kentucky Stags, he'll be taken down here at the 30, and Sammy Verrills and Adam Reynolds look a little bit worse for wear there. Sport Talk says, I don't understand Brisbane fans. Neither do I, man, but, like, at the end of the day, like, real fans will understand what I'm saying here. Hold on. Real fans will understand kind of the conversation that I'm talking with Broncos fans there. Fans who are just 100% Broncos are going to say, like, he's just a hater, he's a Titans fan, he's hating because they're losing. And it's like, it's not the case. Like, it's just not the case. We watch every game. You know, we're here every single game, and you guys know when even if my team is playing, I'll tell you what my thoughts are of the other team. If the Broncos played much better here today, I would have told you. Like, when the Broncos flogged the Titans at Suncorp Stadium, I told you the Broncos were way better of a team, and they absolutely killed us in that first half, and there was no negatives at all. You know, but at the end of the day, the Broncos are playing the Titans here, and they're going to play the Eels and the Rabbitohs after their bye, and they're going to get a real sense of ego about them over the next 3 weeks. So be very aware of that, every NRL fan out there, is that they're going to have a bit of a facade because they're going to win about 7 or 8 games in a row because they should beat the Titans here, they should beat the Eels in 2 weeks, and they should beat the Rabbitohs in 3 weeks. So they'll go to about 7 or 8 wins in a row. But again, that's not against teams like the Storm. That's not against teams like the Bulldogs. That's not against the Raiders. That's not against... it is against the Warriors, which is probably their best win of the lot. But the Warriors and Sharks were vulnerable at the time they played them. So at the end of the day, just be aware, NRL fans, that you are about to see Broncos fans saying they're going to win the comp based off of a bit of a facade of a draw, but it is still technically a part of the draw. Old Papa says Titans have kind of held their own, can't fault them, to be honest. You can absolutely fault the Titans today. You can absolutely fault the Titans today. Like, have they given it a crack? Sure, but you can absolutely fault them today. JC gets away here to the 35, now the 30, and it'll be 4 tackle. I don't know why they're stopping the clock here. Oh, Sam Verrills going to have to come off here for the rest of the game with the HIA. Okay, I don't think Rich is on the same planet as us. T-Plus says Titans would be such a good team if they would just keep their heads up after things start going the Broncos' way. That's been a problem for the Titans for ages now. It's got nothing to do with the Broncos. That's been a problem with the Titans for many years now. Decades. Jimmy Jolliffe, there'll be 22 metres out. It's your last chance here if you want to try and get back into the game here, Gold Coast. You need to make a good kick right now. They go out to the left-hand side. Kieran Foran dinks it up here. JC, Jaden Campbell coming through. And that's a knock on there. It was actually AJ Brimson who came through. It should be a knock on here. But Reece Walsh again grabbing around his knee/hamstring area. It's something that we were talking about just before as well. God bless him. I hope he's alright because he has been grabbing at that hamstring area for a little bit now. Chase says Blaze for Titans CEO might have a better idea than the current system. No, I'm not a corporate wanker, so they're probably not going to be looking towards someone who's not a corporate wanker. I don't even want to insult Steve, but Steve deserves criticism, but that doesn't mean that I think he's a bad bloke. I think he's a really good human being, but I just don't think that the Titans have benefited at all here when it comes to footy. It's a fair contest, and Reece Walsh is going to drop the ball here. Yeah, it knocks the ball on. So this is just going to be a dropout from the Broncos to the Titans. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and insult Steve, but he does deserve criticism. Sport Talk says, when 1 out of 7 games suck in the first half against a shit Cronulla team, get lucky against the Bulldogs, and then barely beat an already bad Titans team where it's not like they've been good. Yeah, sure, but you'll see them. They're going to get... If they should beat the Eels and the Rabbitohs, but then their biggest test will be the Storm in 4 weeks' time in Melbourne, and they never usually beat Melbourne in general, let alone in Melbourne. So that'll be a big test for them. But yeah, their next 3 or so weeks after this, inclusive of this, the next month, inclusive of this, and the bye next week, they're going to have a pretty big ego. Watch. They're going up against 3 bottom 4 teams throughout it. And Jimmy Jolliffe with a great run there to 33. All right, Titans, if you want a chance, you have to score on this set right now. And you have to get the kick as well. Khalees Haas will be 20 metres out. Second tackle. You have to score now and then now again. Chris Randall. I think he's been solid in the second half. Not maybe the best first half, but solid second half. Kieran Foran fakes it. Tino now rolls it. And they're going to be 3 metres away for tackle. Jeez, he's close. 4 tackle. 1 metre away. Chris Randall. He'll give it out the back now to Kieran Foran. Foran out the back here to JC. Jaden Campbell out the back here. Again, chance here. Titans will score. Titans will score through Jalen. Oh, please tell me he put that ball down. Oh, for God's sake, Jalen. If this is a knock on here, lads. If this is a knock on here, this is Titans footy. If this is a knock on here, this is Titans footy. If this is a knock on here from Jalen de Groot, this is Titans footy to a T. It's Titans footy to a T. It tells you everything you need to know about what I've been saying. He's over the line. He's lost the ball. You know, this is Titans footy, lads. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? That's Gold Coast footy to a T there. You have a chance to come back into the game, and you knock the ball on like that. Like, that's just disgraceful, mate. You know, the Titans have done this to themselves again. They do it to themselves again, and again, and again, and again. Every single time. Alright, so a minute and a half to go here. A minute and a half to go. Broncos well the ball at 30. Ibby says, Brenton, you could argue both teams are scrappy, but Broncos have been better beating stronger teams. Sharks beat the Storm about 6 weeks ago, no? Broncos, okay, beat the Bulldogs in the first game, which was full strength. Second game, not full strength. Warriors, very vulnerable, but sure. Don't think they beat the Raiders. They wouldn't have beat the Storm. Sharks beat the Storm in the first game, lost them in the second game. Lost the Dogs. Were very close with the Raiders. Warriors, they got pumped. Similarities. Oh, it's vintage Titans footy, Logan. Ezra Mam now 20 metres out from the line, 4 tackle. Titans are actually depressing. Yeah, they are, T-Boss. Yeah, they are, mate. They really are. So, 4 tackle now at the 20. But I still support, mate. You know, our community deserves better, and I'll always say it. Oh, Broncos are actually going to... That's a 4 pass. That's a 4 pass. So, it's going to be Titans ball here, 10 metres out with 20 seconds left to go of the game. I'll Pop, appreciate you for joining up as a member, my guy. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. Well, Titans have got the Tigers next week in a genuine spoon bowl. Titans versus Tigers is also the last game of the season as well. So, 2 teams there that will be going at it. Yeah, but look, at least they didn't get absolutely whooped here, the Titans. They did it to themselves in a lot of ways, mate. Did it to themselves in a lot of ways. If you're a Broncos fan, you've got to be happy but disappointed. You're happy with the 2 points but disappointed in how you got them. But with that being said, taking the 2 points is all that matters with your positioning. But you were shit house today. You know, you really were. If you played up against any other team in that top 8 area, or even a team, you know, around the top 8, you would have lost it today. So, you know, you're lucky you played a team as bad as the Titans. You got the bye next week, and then you play the Eels and the Rabbitohs. You should win your next 2 weeks after that, but you really need to go back to the drawing board and sort this shit out, Broncos, because you're not going to be winning games like that against better opposition. But yeah, look, the Titans, just another bad performance. You know, just another bad performance. They play the Tigers next week, and the Tigers again in the last round of the season. I think they play the Rabbitohs still for the rest of this year, but it's just going to be a fight to try and avoid that last place at this time, man. But same old with the Gold Coast, mate. Same old. But I guess it's their content creators' fault. All right, guys. I'll see you next time for the. I'll see you next time for probably got Gallen and Sonny Bill on Wednesday. We should be fired up for that, and then we've got a big weekend of rugby league next week for round 20 as we really get into the back. As we really get into the back end of the season, mate. But obviously, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. I appreciate you guys as usual, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.